location here?
Yeah. Okay, just hang out till 9, and then you can do whatever you want. You want me to text you right before I want you on?
Yeah, that works.
No, the live stream's up right now, but it's good, so no one can see you. No one can see you. Okay. About 10 minutes. 10 minutos. We'll see you then. Thanks for coming out, everybody. Woo! Let's go!
You can't get in shape because you don't have an hour to go do cardio every day. Well, nobody has time for that. I don't do an hour of cardio. I have never done an hour of cardio in the past 5-10 years, and I stay sub 10% body fat year round. Well, you could say, well, I have a couple injuries and I can't lift heavy. You don't have to.
Okay, everybody. I know you're all been waiting patiently. Thank you so much. I was actually running to grab a snack because, I basically woke up at like 4:30 a.m. and I had this new coffee. Like my girlfriend got an espresso and I took like something that was like a 7 out of 10. And I'm kind of like actually anxious, giddy, wired, like more than I normally am. So I was like, I need to calm down. I need to eat some bread, which I did. So thank you so much, everybody, for coming out here. This is BTZ's live stream event. And look, if you saw the little preview snapshot here that we have, you're going to know that Jon Prosser, dropping John bombs, really like the top leaker right now, just emerged with just incredible scoops. He's going to be on the show around 9 a.m., so in about 15 minutes. He's going to drop some new bombs. We're going to talk about not only what we expect to see, but I'm just telling you, I don't hype things up, but I think that you should stick around because he doesn't just come on here just for fun. Like, we got some John bombs coming. So there's a bunch of ways that you all can participate and be part of the show. We haven't done this in a while, so I might be a little rusty. If the audio is a little whack, look, I'm doing this all by myself. Let me know if you want to see kind of like, hey, what does this look like for BTZ? We live, baby. We live. So that's my overhead camera over there. I have kind of like this iPad over here that literally controls the entire show, and I can switch between cameras. It's kind of crazy. Oh, maybe I should like take the fact that I'm here. Okay. So it's wild. It's this does it all. Okay. And then from there, I just kind of swap my cameras. I swap to the different computers that I have here. It's just kind of like a while. It's a trip. So, that's how we do it. That's how we roll here. So let's do this. You look on the bottom here. There's a few ways that you all can participate and be a part of this show. First of all, call in. Let me see what the phone lines are at. We have 10 lines open, and 1, 2, 8 of them are already filled. So let's get to your calls. Again, please let me know if the sound is off. The only reason why I'm not wearing my Apple Watch right now is because Well, you can't see. I'm freaking charging the thing right here. I'm charging it right now. So it will return to my wrist, and maybe that's what we'll see at this keynote. So again, 9 a.m., Jon Prosser is going to join us. The keynote starts at 10 a.m. Pacific. What we do during this time is we're going to take your calls. We're going to have some fun. If you want to watch some of my videos to set things up, we can, but I know that a lot of people just want to talk. And again, this is a pre-show. I do need to let you all know that we will only use the audio of the keynote because I don't want to get kicked off. There's still an iPhone event coming up. If I use the entire stream, they're gonna lock down my live streaming. So I just can't do that, unfortunately. But we'll have the pre-show, we got the post-show, and we're all gonna roll out with you. So thank you so much. Also, I don't know if I put it, let me check this real quick, if I got this activated or not. But also, you can help support me. We got the little super chat sign in the corner. If you feel like it, if the value that I give you or the value that I've given you over time, like I am doing this 100% independent, I would greatly appreciate that. But let's see if I can do this. Let's get to the calls here, and we're going to start off here. We have a kind of a call translator that is digital and may not get your name properly, but we're gonna do our best. Okay, here we go. Looks like we're gonna talk to Jim, and let me see Jim here. If you can hear us, Jim, can you say hi? What's up, buddy?
Hey, how's it going? Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, I kind of didn't even know if you were turned on or not, and I just love it when it's smooth sailing because it is not always. So, Jim, thank you so much for coming out. I appreciate it so much. We're all here. We're hyped about, another Apple event. We may or may not see certain things, but what did you want to talk about specifically?
First off, I'm the first caller. This is awesome.
Sir. Yes, sir.
I've always wanted to be the first caller. I said in the chat today to everybody, all the doubters, I was going to be the first caller, and I'm the first caller.
Hey, man, Jim, haters going to hate. You know what you deserve for that? First, an official, real live stream first. Not a YouTube comment first, but a first. It's kind of important.
Nice. Thank you.
Yes, achievement unlocked. All right, Jim.
I wanted to talk about AirTags today. Obviously, John leaked some stuff about AirTags. They look pretty dope and everything. But I think people are missing a really huge deal that Apple's doing. So if you understand ultra-wideband transmissions, you can understand that they are essentially making an entire wireless network that's not based off of the iPhone, but they're doing it with AirTags. And it's incredible because I believe if AirTags don't cost that much money, they will sell more AirTags than they sell iPhones and any other type of device. And essentially, you can transmit data using ultra-wideband frequencies. And I think that's just amazing. And I think it's going to change a lot of things for Apple going forward, even more so than 5G networks.
Yeah, this is what I guess we could say underrated, but totally transformative. This is why I got really excited about AirTags. This is just some clips from my recent video, and all the credit goes to Jon Prosser for getting the scoop on this. And also, these are renders that they put out, but I was excited about it in 2020 because these are going to be actually affordable for everyone in the ecosystem to get, which is a key thing, right? A lot of times, Apple products, we're dropping $200, $300, $500, $1,000 for a phone. This just adds on and enhances what we already have. And so, that's killer, but also, not even the location tracking, but like you said, kind of its own platform, its own network to exist within each other. Then you start talking about, look, Apple making their own silicon. We aren't going to see the fruits of that labor yet, but once they start doing things like integrating their own modem into it. They recently, if you remember, they acquired Intel, so they're going to integrate that tech in that processor eventually. And with this chip and that, and being able to basically come up with ways to cross-pollinate and integrate new features amongst devices, if people look at the iPhone and just imagine, right, Apple did hardware and software pretty much entirely with that product, what's it going to do to Macs? And that's not only are we talking about battery life, but just some of those more crazy ecosystem hooks. That's what I'm juiced about. I mean, I don't know if there's any other stuff that you're excited about just with this whole ultra-wideband kind of platform that they're now building and most likely going to start putting it in all of their devices moving forward.
Yeah, and I mean, right now, if you understand the technology, it's a short band radio wave, right? So but it's very accurate. It's more accurate than Bluetooth. It's going to get you within inches of a device. So a lot of people probably don't understand this, but you could essentially throw this in your car, and because they're going to sell so many of these and they're going to be everywhere, chances are if your car gets stolen or something, you're low jacking your car for probably around, I'm just going to take a guess, these things are going to be around like $49. I think that's what the price range Apple's going to slip in. I think that would be a really good price range, $49. You know, you're at $50. You're not over $50. So that's my prediction. But I would totally throw these things in my car. I'd throw them on a wallet. I'd throw them on really important stuff.
Significant
others.
And
I wouldn't expect to lose. I wouldn't expect to lose things so much in my house. But if something was stolen and it was that small and I could shove that in the seat of a car, and then somebody's driving through a city with my car, like there's going to be thousands of people that have these AirTags, and they're all going to check in with each other and say, oh, we've located that your car is here, your AirTag is here. So I think they're doing really cool stuff with this. And I think it's just going to be endless of the possibilities we can do, especially because you can transfer data so quickly through this actual system. Now it's just getting it out, and they've already had an approval from the FCC and International Telecommunications Union, everything like that. So I think it's going to change the game a lot for Apple, and it's another thing to keep you in their ecosystem, because one thing that I've learned through all these years is Apple makes products work off of their already products that they have. Yep. So an iPad, people might say, hey, I don't want an iPad, I have a Mac. Well, guess what? You can sidecar your iPad. Oh, you know, that's kind of cool. I could use a second screen. Boom, iPad. Oh, I want to use AirPods. Oh, iOS 14. Guess what? They switch super quickly now in iOS 14 through all your devices. It's just, they're just so good at their ecosystem and how they integrate it all together. But I'll let you go. Thank you for letting me be on. First caller, everybody. I hope everybody has a great day. And Brian, thanks for everything you do. I definitely hit up your Patreon and anything else, because I love your show, man.
Thank you for the support. Thank you for honestly a great call to start things off, because, you know, when I put out the AirTags video, people like, I don't care about this. Oh, this is lame. I'm like, no, this is like that next kind of connectivity platform that Apple is going to really elevate. And so the potential is super exciting. So Jim, thanks for the awesome call. Really appreciate it, bro. All right. Cool.
Yeah, take it easy, Brian.
All right, you too. Okay, so this is, first of all, I got to say thank you so much. In the chat, I saw Rene Ritchie, my boy. You got to check out his YouTube channel. His just amazing Apple coverage. He dropped in a super chat. Like, man, thank you so much. And Rene, I know you get hyped up for these events. If you want to call me, you just got to call. I'll put you on in the show if you want to. I'm not telling you have to, but you could call in if you feel like it, all right? Anyways, guys and gals, let's keep on going. We're going to get some more calls. This show is all about you all. I did want to, before we get to our next call, I wanted to visit. This is kind of fun. I put out a poll. Now, if you look in the description of this video, I put a poll in here, and the reason why I wanted to do it, I got to reach over here and like expand it so we can all see it, is this is kind of a fun poll about how you all are feeling coming into this event, okay? So right now, we got 96 responses. That's fine. There's 3,000 people watching live right now. But are you expecting big things from the Time Flies event? We got 74% of you chiming in with yes, absolutely. All right. Now, next up, which rumored product are you really hoping to see? We still got the leading product here is still iPhone 12 and 12 Pro. Now, all the rumors and all the indications are that we will not see that, but y'all still want it. Coming in at number 2, 21.9%. Y'all still love the tease. One more thing. It's infectious. How can you not want that? Looks like number 3 at 15.4%. An Apple Watch Series. Oh, sorry. Actually, yeah, AirTags is number 3 at 16.3%. It's changing live on me. And then Apple Watch Series 6 at 15.3%. Here we go. Although you all want the iPhone 12 Pro, are we going to actually see it? 32% of you say yes. 66.7% know that reality bites. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we have that as well. And then let's go over here. Are we going to see Apple Watch Series 6 updates today? I feel like you all are pretty savvy. You're reading the rumors. Shamar, shout out to my boy Shamar Iverson sending out another great contribution to my super chat. Thank you so much. I mean, this is all indie, all this stuff. Even the phone lines and Skype, I mean, we got to keep them running, right? Okay, here's what I want to find out that was interesting. Do you own an Apple Watch right now? We've got 29% people that say I don't own an Apple Watch yet. And that's interesting because that shows a lot of potential where you are all looking to. 27% don't even care about an Apple Watch. And then we kind of break this down, Series 5, Series 4, Series 3, Series 2, Series 1. This is kind of cool insights that you kind of get from the community of what's happening. I love how this is changing real time. Would blood oxygen monitoring and fast processor be enough for you to upgrade and purchase a new Apple Watch? Look at this. This is right down the middle. 50% pretty much say yes. Okay, and it's changing. 49.2% say yes, and 50% say, so it's pretty much split even. Are we going to see an iPad Air today? Y'all think yes. Are you ready to upgrade to an iPad Air 4? Nah. Okay, fine, that's good. AirTags thoughts. We just talked about this. How do you all really feel about AirTags? We had that first call from Jim coming in. And if you guys want me to get to the calls, just say so in the chat. I kind of wanted to at least have fun because this is an active kind of live organic thing that y'all are doing. AirTags thoughts? 65% can't wait. 33% don't care. I got to love this one. AirTags separate keychain accessory thoughts. That's the rumor. 39% of you are okay with it. 50% are like, that is so Apple. 10% of you are all, that's so Raven. Who made these polls? What clown made these polls? I don't even know. Okay. Then I also kind of did an open-ended question about what will make this Apple event a success to you. I'm not collecting your emails. This is totally anonymous. Really cool. Yo, what up, Black Keys in the chat? I try and look at the chat and say hi. What will make this Apple event a success to you? We got iPhone 12, iPhone 12. You do, Brian. That's really sweet. Normal iPhone release with AirTags. It's constantly changing, refreshing everything. Announce something, not leaked or rumored. I'm an Apple fan, so I feel like this is going to be great. Also, can't wait for the Apple Watch. I'm obsessed with it. I wear it everywhere I go. It's very nice. Oh, yeah. And here's the last part that's kind of challenging. Did you subscribe to my channel yet? With 285 responses, 65.2% say yes. 28.3% of you will only subscribe if I do 50 push-ups. Dang. Derek Ludwig, thank you so much in the super chat. 50 push-ups? I'm going to let you in the chat room decide if you want me to do it before or after the keynote, because I might get winded. I can do it if you want, but if that's what it takes to get your subscriptions, my arms are going to fall off. Some of you, like, they got a lot of weird requests, like people want me to, like, take my shirt off and stuff. We're not going to do that. Unless you subscribe. No way. Okay. Let's get back to the calls here. This is always fun. Thank you so much again for coming out and hanging out with us, you guys and gals. I gotta pay attention to this. Okay. So we're gonna take our next call. It looks like our friend Jonathan from New Jersey. Again, everybody with audio suggestions, if I can boost certain things up, let me know. Jonathan, looking from the 973, if that is your name. Can you hear me? Welcome to the show.
Yes.
Boom.
What's up,
Beautiful.
Brian?
What's up, baby?
So great to talk to you.
Hey, so great to have you.
Been watching you for a long time now. Really, your content's awesome, top notch. All kidding aside, seriously.
Thank you, man. Very appreciative.
I'm calling off from Jersey. So I'm seeing a bunch of things here online. I just want to get your thoughts. Love to Dream just said something about iOS 14 tomorrow. I don't know if you think that might be the GM or the full. And then I also saw here online the Best Buy is showing a screen protector for the iPhone SE Plus 2020. And could we see some curveballs today?
Hey, you know what? Look, the rumors only know so much, and people have gotten so good. They're probably, I would argue to say, we're around like 80, 85% accuracy, I think, because Apple, this is a kind of a different keynote where they have pre-produced it. And that's why also when I played the live stream in the past, I've been able to talk and kind of do commentary, but it is so tightly edited that it's hard to get in without distracting. So we'll see how that happens. But here's what I find interesting. I got to imagine Apple definitely shot different segments on different products. And at the last minute, they could just choose to like insert it in because this is a pre-edited kind of keynote. So I'm going to hope, like all of you all, that we get some surprises. If there's an SE plus 2020, that's been rumored for a while. In regards to iOS 14, I've been setting this up, so I haven't honestly read the latest articles. But the thinking is that iOS 14 and watchOS 7 would release before the actual new iPhones. If we don't see them today, I don't think we will, but that's because you can't, depending on the release timing, coronavirus has obviously changed everything, shut down all the factories. It's going to be a little different, so we just have to think different. I didn't really mean to say that. I didn't want to say that. Oh God, this is horrible, man.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. So,
I mean, I feel like maybe the leakers or reporters, when they're all awesome, and I trust John a lot. I feel like possibly on the inside they're sending out mixed messages for on purpose, maybe. Anything can happen.
Look, it's Apple, baby. We're all hyped up because whether we know everything that's coming out, whether we don't know what's coming out, we still all show up. We're still all showing up.
Exactly,
right?
And it is 2020 after all, so.
It is, my man. So, hey, Jonathan, thank you so much for calling. I really appreciate it, all right?
All right, be well, be safe.
You too. Hey, peace, my man. Okay, thank you. Okay, so what we're going to do here is, if you give me a moment, I got to send a little message to a friend who's going to come on the show, our boy Jon Prosser, a.k.a. I call him the John Bombs because he's just dropping bombs. He's coming on the show. I guess I'm just going to call him. I think I'm not going to show you his screen number or his number or anything like that because that's what we call a no-no. Let's see what we got here. All right, while we do that, I do want to show you over here just to show some love in the chat. Oops, here we go. Okay, so some of you have questions. Stevie Ramirez says, Brian, will Apple ever get the Xbox Game Pass? Okay, time to accept. Okay, hold on. I'll see you in a second. Give me a second, bro. Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from parts unknown, from the cave, Jon Prosser in the house. A lot of people have been waiting for you to come on here. John, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. I know you're a busy guy.
Of course.
How have you been doing?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you perfectly. You sound great, so don't even worry about that. But welcome to the show. Welcome to the stream. I think that you've really revealed a lot of what we can expect here. But I don't know. You said you were gonna kind of come here and maybe drop another bomb or so. I mean, what you've been teasing on Twitter, so let's just talk.
Of course, yeah. Anyone that wants to ask questions, I'm free to answer them. Let's see if we can get ourselves in trouble today.
All right, so I'm gonna let the chat room.
Are they calling in on the phone, or are we just doing YouTube chats?
We're gonna do YouTube chats just because questions. I'll just kind of pitch them to you. The only reason why is because of how my system is set up. I can't really do it, but I guess I could start things off and ask you a question.
Okay, go ahead.
You dropped the AirTags yesterday, and that's
I did. I did do that. Yes,
you did do that. So, the timing of it obviously is lovely, but tell us a little bit about how that came together, and then maybe for some things that people might not be aware of.
So I've been working on that for a little bit, and the actual final design that we leaked was kind of buried, so much so that so I'm being extra careful ever since WWDC. Really, I've been extra careful about specifically about products, and I had this design and I was trying to verify it with multiple people because it comes from a pretty good source. And so I wanted to, before I showed anything or revealed anything, I wanted to run it by a bunch of people. And everyone was like, yo, that's not it. That is not what I saw for AirTags. I was like, okay, but I was having a hard time because we have other video and pictures of AirPods Studio that were verified by a bunch of other sources. And it didn't make sense to me how this source could have possibly gotten AirPods Studio, but then gave me the wrong design for AirTags. So I was like, okay, I've seen video of the actual AirTags. I doubt Apple just, unless this is an old prototype or something, what it turned out to have happened was the rest of my sources they were the ones that weren't up to date. So I had the latest and final design, and they had seen old EBT units of these things that didn't look that way. In fact, older, I don't know if I should say this, but here you go. Older iterations of AirTags looked like those iOS 13 icons that leaked. You remember that? With the it was sort of plastic with just the logo on the front.
Yeah.
They used to look like that. But I'm not exactly sure why there's a metal plate on the back. It could be to facilitate better wireless charging. But I think it looks better. I think the final design looks much better than just like a little plastic puck with a logo on the front.
Yeah, it looks juicy. John, can you talk about, you kind of leaked it out on Twitter, stuff about AirPods Studio, and we know a lot of people are kind of waiting. See, I know you're getting excited about that. So obviously, you're going to eventually drop images, renders of what you have.
Yeah.
What can you tell people that are watching right now? I don't want to give you to just drop everything, but maybe a few nuggets of details that you know about the AirPods Studio, and I don't expect us to see them today at the keynote unless something changes.
We won't.
But what can you talk about in regards to AirPods Studio?
So they're so good. Like I was pleasantly surprised. So they're reversible. So they can detect which ear is right and left. So you can put them on in any orientation, theoretically, and it'll know which ear is which and which ear to send each channel to. The headband, it's super premium, like super premium materials. The headband is magnetic. So like there's a metal portion that is part of the headband, and then there's like a spot for a cushion for the headband. And a cushion can come on and off. You can customize that if you want. I'm sure third-party accessory makers will be all over that. Also, the ear cups are magnetic. So similar, how with AirPods Pro, the silicone just sort of pops off real nice, and it's like only Apple would pay attention to that detail. It's sort of like that with these ear cups. The foam cushions are just magnetic, so you can replace them, put your own on, whatever you want there. From what I can tell, I'm sorry, Internet, there is no headphone jack. I've seen the full thing. There's not a headphone jack. Some people have debated if there's a lightning connector on it. There's no lightning connector on it from what I see. There's a USB-C connector on the right side for charging, and I would guess you could also maybe, USB-C to lightning and plug it into your phone that way or something like that. I was sort of bummed to see like a premium set of headphones without a headphone jack,
right.
But I'm not surprised.
It's John. We all know it's courage. We know it takes courage.
Yeah, courage. Well, there is courage with the AirPods Studio. They did it. They did the courage part.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for that. I think that what is kind of crazy, and we've talked, but the whole ability, and it's super underrated, but it's just one of those human day-to-day things that people, once they have it, they'll never want to go back. That whole idea of just putting on these headphones without ever having to look for the L or the R to put it on your heads the right way. It's
so nice.
And that's just one of those things, and
it's one of those things that only Apple would think of doing. Like, people should just be able to put it on their head and not think about what ear is which.
All right. There's so many comments coming in that are live here, so it flows a lot. I'm going to try and get to a couple for you, whether or not they're good or not. The question comes from Extreme Fours. Do you know anything about the iPhone folding phone?
Yeah, so I think I talked about this before. Current prototypes. I know Ice Universe said that Apple had ordered a bunch of foldable displays, like actual foldable displays. The prototypes that I know about don't have an actual folding display. It's a hinge that is sort of made out of fabric. And we saw patents for that come out, I think, earlier this year. But the hinge is fabric, and that's supposed to help prevent debris from getting in, and there's less moving parts that way. There are two different displays, so not one that folds, but two different display panels that sort of close together. But when you open it up, it's kind of seamless. So it doesn't look like some crazy hinge down the middle. When you open it up, it's kind of flat, and it looks pretty good, the outside. no notch on the outside, just has a little bit of a forehead for Face ID and stuff. There's no guarantee that this is the thing. That we'll ever see this. The consumers will ever see this, but that's current prototype. I'm curious, Brian. What do you think? If there was an iPhone Fold that comes out, what would you want more? One that does have an actual folding display that bends, or one that is like, that hinge in the middle and they're two separate display panels?
So, of course, the answer is never going to be a direct A or B answer, right? For me, it comes down, obviously, to the software and how it's integrated. Because, look, we know that they're going to make sure the hardware and the software is tight. I do like how Microsoft's Duo is using two screens with a hinge, but the software is a little wonky, so you can't really. It's first gen. You can't really feel what it would really be polished. But there's hints of it. Using the Z Fold 2 on a regular, I mean, that's a polished device, and even the crease in the middle doesn't bother me. I even kind of where do I have it here? It's on the floor over there in the corner. But like even holding it here. Hold on. That's Prosser's alarm to say drop another bomb. But even
that's hey, if you're not up yet, Brian Pong needs you.
But even here, just even having this on the display, like I don't feel like this crease bothers me because the display is so bright.
But would it if it was an Apple product? Like, would you hold it to different standards?
No, I think there's more than enough people that you get a lot of hate from. First of all, most of my audience, follows me because of Apple coverage. When I do an Android device, they're like, "Why are you doing an Android device?" Well, what I kind of feel like is that there is a segment of the community, and this is not for everyone, that when they see something like this, they hate on it. But I think they kind of hate on it because they're jealous and they wish that Apple had done it first. We know that Apple doesn't do it first, but they wish that they had done it first. I'm gonna say right now. Just because of hands-on experience with both devices, right now, and my opinion can change at any time, like yours can too. I like a full screen. There's something about
you like that. Do you use it often?
Yeah, I mean, I've been using it for like the past 2 weeks. I think the fun part is the multitasking, like using 2 or 3 apps. I actually used it. I was like, I had to train my brain differently because I'm used to a candy bar phone. But at the end of the day, whether it's a single screen or 2 screens, if the software is tight, that's what's going to make it, right? So I'm going to say right now, a single screen for you. I know I can tell you kind of feeling like the double screen, unless you don't. I don't know.
It would have to be implemented like perfectly.
Right.
Like the Duo, I'm not a huge fan of, but if they could pull it off where it didn't have that massive like hinge down the middle, maybe. Yeah. Other than that, it's just, I mean. I don't know. People like to phrase that or frame it as if it's better for productivity, but like, I guess I just don't understand the appeal yet. For me, I'm looking further down the line. Like, things that excite me in terms of technology aren't just stuff that we do because we're bored as humans. To me, the future is wearables. Like, everyone's like, "Oh, foldables are the future." Nah, bro. Yeah. Like, further down the line, you're used to this being the only thing we have, these little rectangles, and you're like, okay, how can we make them better? But what if the future isn't the rectangles? What if the future is the stuff that you wear? And people don't look that far ahead. So to me, the foldable stuff is just because we're bored.
I mean, honestly, I 100% agree with you. Look, the Apple Watch, it took them a little time to really get it to the point where I'm like, this is a polished product. It took once they did watchOS 3 and the Series 3, but this is one of my favorite devices of all time, and it has so much potential to grow. I think we talk about Apple Watch and this keynote. We're expecting to see Apple Watch Series 6. It sounds like, based on what we've heard and seen, it might not be that spectacular of an upgrade for the Apple Watch Series 6, and that's okay. There's plenty of people,
it's gonna be,
right? Like blood oxygen monitor.
It's going to be an upgrade.
Yeah, an upgrade, right? Not an upgrade. Yeah. And at the same time, we have this like live poll. 29% of the audience that's watching this wrote, "I don't have an Apple Watch ... yet," which means that's a huge segment of tech and Apple users that are still just waiting to get their first Apple Watch. And Apple knows this. They
today might be your lucky day with that Apple Watch SE. I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, I mean, what price have you heard kind of thrown around, or that might
$279?
$279 for a Apple Watch SE with a Series 4 like design?
Yes. So I know there was a lot of rumors that it was going to have the Series 3 design. I think I was probably the first one to say it. It's a Series 4 design, not Series 3. And it'll have the S5 chip in it, no ECG, and from what I've heard, no always on display for 249 or 279. Sorry, not 249.
That's gonna look for the holiday season. You put that out right there.
Mm-hmm. And even more so, the Series 3 isn't going away.
Yeah. Oh wow. So they're gonna keep that in. They're expected to keep that in the line. So 3 SE.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll sell it for like $3 or something.
Okay, I think a lot of people that are in the chat also, I mean, they want to hear this, but they don't want to hear this. No iPhone today, unless something randomly crazy happens.
I tweeted on Twitter that if they announce iPhone 12 today, I'll shave off my eyebrows.
Hold on.
That's how sure I am.
I mean, if you want to call after the keynote and we do a live shave, I mean, we can.
Yeah, I'll shave it live on the air.
Oh my goodness, hilarious. Is there anything that, for me, seeing just the crazy work that you've put in, and, look, guess what? No leaker is 100% accurate, but you're pretty damn accurate. No. And people kind of come at you. I mean, can you maybe talk to the audience that's watching live, maybe what can be difficult about your job that they don't see behind the scenes? Because I think people don't humanize you sometimes, and I'm just like, they want to vent frustrations or whatever chores. What are things that they may not just realize about you and what you're doing?
Yeah. Well, this week it was a good example that I had very solid info, and I saw actual video of AirTags, and AirPod Studio. Normally, you'd want to post that. Like, it takes a lot of restraint not to just be like, here's the actual video of this stuff. But you have to protect people's livelihoods and their jobs over there, and so that's my first priority. But I play the middleman. I want the audience to have some fun. I want the internet to see it. I know as a tech fan, I would want to see it. So we find a way to do both of those things, to protect the source and also give you the first look. And the easiest way to do that is to, you can try to crop the video, you can try to change the color all you want, but like, we don't want to give any hints to Apple as to who sent this to us. So we just get rid of the video entirely and give renders instead. And there's a lot of work that goes into that. Like right now, AirPod Studio, the renders we're still doing them, and they're hard because it's hard to do headphones. They're not just like rectangles like phones and stuff, or a circle like AirTags. And last week was a good example how if it weren't for me, no one would have been looking at Apple's website on Tuesday, on Tuesday morning. Everyone was excited and refreshing the website. So I obviously got that something was happening on the website. I knew the exact products. It was iPad and Apple Watch, so that was correct. It was just incorrect about how we were getting them. It wasn't a press release. It was just an announcement for the announcement. But it's stuff like that, that the internet remembers, and but to me, that's sort of fun, and I see it as a challenge to be like, okay, after that happened, I was like, okay, I'm gonna step it up, and then dropped, AirTags and working on AirPod Studio. Honestly, the thing for me this is best case scenario. This is not going to happen today, but this would be best case scenario for me. is that they do announce AirTags, so that people can see the design is accurate, and then that puts more weight on my AirPod Studio design. I don't think we're getting AirPods, or I don't think we're getting AirTags today, but that would be my best case scenario.
Yeah, that's amazing. All right, bro. You know what? I'm gonna try and see. There's just so many comments flying. It's kind of hard to get through them to like accurate, find stuff that are nuggets I can pull from here. Okay. How about this one? Rough idea about AirTags and their costs. We're just playing this game together. Are we talking about a bundle of like 2 for $50, 1 for $29, or we know it's Apple?
I would hope so. I would hope so, but I mean, my gut's like $99. Right. That's not what I've heard, but that's just like, that is not a leak, but that is just what feels right in my bones. Like Apple would do that to us. When I was like, when I saw the keychain. So the keychain is kind of nice, the little pouch that the AirTags go into. But when I saw that, I was like, dude, this is the most Apple thing ever. They sell you this little puck and no way to connect it to anything because you got to buy that yourself. But it was nice when I it was brought to my attention that, you don't have to buy the Apple keychain. This opens the door for third-party accessory makers, and that's kind of cute. I'll accept it.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's just a huge potential for just style, quite honestly, right? With different fabrics.
Yeah.
And, you know, whether you're hanging off your keychain or, as crazy as this sounds, I don't put anything past people these days, but you do something like people might just wear like an AirTag, hook it on their little belt or on their waist, the little fancy smancy pouch, just as like a fashion accessory. I could see it.
Right.
It's just
Right.
it's just the way the culture is here.
I'm so excited about AR capabilities here because UWB, I tweeted about this yesterday. It's fascinating to me. And there's a lot of AR capabilities there with Apple Glass down the road, but even your iPhone, coming up here soon when AirTags are released, let's say UWB is going to be in everything, including like Apple TV and most Apple products. So think about a U1 chip being in your Apple remote. You lose it. It's in the couch somewhere. You can open the Find My app on your iPhone, and it will open the camera, and through AR, you can look at your room and see where it's at. It'll point and tell you where your remote's at. Think about that, not just with like that, but AirPods and every Apple product.
Mm-hmm. That's wild. And
that's
honestly,
really cool.
I don't have to imagine losing my Apple remote. That happens every day.
Yeah. I know it's hard for you, but just imagine
a scenario where the thinnest remote of all time disappears somewhere in your house.
Right. Yeah.
All right, John, you know what? I do want to give you, time for yourself to get ready for the keynote. I really appreciate you coming on, man.
Oh, of course, dude. Yeah.
I really appreciate it. You're a good guy, and it's always fun to talk to you and, have talks offline. So thank you so much for coming in. Mm-hmm. Everybody, John, for people that have no idea in the tech world, because we have obviously fans of tech from all levels. Can you kind of tell them where they might be able to find your stuff? Because this is my man, like the Scoop King, baby.
They shouldn't find me. They shouldn't find me. Yeah, you can just Google my name, Jon Prosser, or find me on Twitter. Front Page Tech is my show on YouTube. If you're interested, I post videos there sometimes.
Okay, beautiful, John. Before we hang up, I'm gonna actually switch the screen just so I make sure your phone number or your name doesn't show up on this.
That would suck. That would suck so hard.
So I'm going to say bye now and change the screen and then let you know our screen has changed and we can now hang up. So thank you so much, John. Really appreciate it, bro.
Thanks, Brian. Talk to you.
All right. Talk to you soon, man.
Bye.
All right. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed some of those scoops. Fa patois. Jon Prosser in the house. Really appreciate him coming out. Okay. This show is all about you all. I know you all been waiting very patiently on the phone line, so let's get back to the phone lines and take your calls, and let's see who's coming up next. It looks like we're going to get our man, if the call software did it right, Noah calling in from the 540. Did we get your name right, Noah? Noah's probably waiting right now and running to his or her phone, and if not, okay, that's fine. We can check and just make sure. Also, sometimes I will tell you my Skype software times out. Oh, actually, it just did time out. So we're going to need to call back in real quick. And once we call in, we will be able to kind of get this set. So give me a second to call in the software. And everyone that's on the line, it did not close on you. It's just that my Skype kind of just went bye-bye temporarily. So give me a moment and, just bear with me and we'll do this. So talk amongst yourselves in the chat. Okay, let's go here. Okay, 1 second, everybody.
Thank you for calling Call-In Studios host and call screener line.
This is how we do it
Please
live.
enter your show number and press pound.
Oh my gosh, what is the show number? Okay, here we go. Can you guys guess that from the tone?
Enter your 6-digit PIN number.
What is that?
Welcome, host.
Yeah.
You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the Call-In Studio web interface.
Okay, it looks like we're in Noah.
All right, hey.
Hey, thanks for hanging. You're such a beast, man. You're such a beast. Thank you, bro. Welcome to the live stream.
Yeah.
You're here. We got about 40 minutes before the Apple keynote actually starts. We will be doing a audio play, and I'll react. But again, I don't want to use the stream because if I do, they're going to shut my channel down, and then I can't be here for what we think is going to be the iPhone 12 phone stream. So, Noah, the floor is yours. Thanks for calling. Really appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, it's great. I'm so excited for the keynote.
Woo! What are you excited about the most?
Ooh, definitely the AirTags.
Mm-hmm.
But I had an idea. Why not take the metal piece and use that like a little clip, like the old iPod Nano?
You could. You mean put like a little metal clip on the backside?
Yeah. Or what I was thinking, what they should have done is taken the metal piece, separated that, had a little gap so you could use that as a clip.
Hey, there's going to be honestly so many different types of accessories, and if you have a manufacturing, if you own a manufacturing place and you want to tool that up right now, it's like first to market a lot of times, right? So Noah, go get that $1 million idea, baby. Go get it.
All right.
What else are you thinking about, like, for this keynote that you personally really want to see?
Well, I'm excited to see iOS 14, but then also, of course, I was looking forward to the studio headphones at WWDC, but then, of course, Tim Apple had to keep that from us. So I guess, really, I would like to see, of course, the previous caller talked about the SE Plus. I have the current SE, and I love it. I think it would be cool to see an SE Plus, but I doubt that's going to happen, at least now. That might be at a separate iPhone event. So I guess the iPad Air.
Oh, so you're thinking iPad Air?
Yeah, I am, because I currently have the 6th generation iPad, the first one that you could use the Apple Pencil with, and I like it, but if they provide a lot with the Air, I'll upgrade.
Yeah, I think, look, the Air itself, the thing about iPads, and everyone knows this, is they're quite honestly kind of freaking good, that I know people that haven't upgraded their 2nd generation iPad. I know people that have the original one, even though it's a little slower. Pretty much, look, if you're just looking for like web surfing, email, and then a little content, watching and viewing consumption, why do you really need anything else? And so it's one of those crazy products where they've made it and it fits a need for people that get it, and it's just so good that it lasts for such a long time. I mean, the iPad Pro is kind of a different beast, but even the 2018 iPad Pro to the 2020 iPad Pro, they just threw a LiDAR in there. They didn't even change the processor, and it's like, okay, well, for people that always wanted an iPad Pro, they can get the latest model. So, yeah, man, thank you so much for calling, and I'm excited. Man, 35 minutes before we go time, showtime. So, thanks, Noah. We'll talk to you soon. Okay, buddy?
Online school makes it so great.
All right, hey, be safe out there. All right, okay, sounds good.
Yeah, it does. Bye.
All right, bye. Let's go jump into another caller. I don't know the name here, but it looks like it's a 404 area code. You're on the show. Welcome to...
You should know who comes from that area code, bro.
Oh, man. Is this Shamar? Is this my boy Shamar?
Yes, it is.
I dig it, baby.
What's going on, bro?
Hey, it's hard for me to, like, track everything. There's a lot of stuff going on, so, I got nothing but love for you.
I know. 7 years strong.
That's how we do it. So what's up? What do you want to talk about today, bro?
Well, so since all the goodies have kind of been talked about, I guess I'll go the speculation route.
Okay.
Because I know Google is hosting their little event on the 30th. So I'm wondering, well, there are two things. Since, far be it from Apple to get ahead of Google announcing something as far as on the level of the smart speaker and possibly Apple TV update. But I was just thinking if you had heard anything as far as along those lines as maybe them doing something for Apple TV, or now I know you speculate on some of the videos about a HomePod Mini, and you made a video on how to make it better. One thing I would love to see on there that would make me run out and buy it is ports. I don't know if they would ever do that, but like as far as HDMI or just something to make it more functional, as a standalone, since, and just doing a little bit more as far as with smart home stuff, man. I'm just, as somebody who had to marry into Google's ecosystem, which was really weird at first, but I'm loving it now. I'm just, I'm really surprised that they haven't, I know it takes them a while to come to grips with, okay, they have to open up, but it's getting kind of weak now. It's just like, I'm just wondering if you had heard anything as far as maybe with the TV or with the speaker.
Well, look, I think the reality is that, and people told me to turn down the call level because it was too loud, so thank you for that. You said the magic P word. The P word for Apple ports is like the F word. So
pretty much.
The day that we get more ports on a product, I don't know. And that was one of my gripes about the HomePod. People can check it out. But not only does it not have ports, and that's okay. Okay, in a way, I'm not saying I'm okay with it, but I'm used to the idea of Apple not doing ports. But the fact that you can only stream stream via AirPlay on your phone, you can't even do Bluetooth. That eliminates anyone non-Apple from actually using the device, and that's just dumb. I mean, I get it. They want to use AirPlay. If you have lossless audio, it sounds better. I get that, but guess how many people really even? I would say 95% of the people out there can't even tell the difference, especially if it's like in your house, if it's outside. That doesn't matter. And so for me, just doing something simple and opening that up for Android users, for Windows users on their laptop, that makes a huge difference. It just makes it so much more appealing. So fine, no ports, but at least let's get some Bluetooth audio. That's a basic fundamental feature of a speaker.
Pretty much.
It's kind of that to me is like, ooh, come on, man.
And the thing is that what kills me is that, you would think that they would want to appeal to people that may not be in their ecosystem. Hey, we have this device. It's easy. It's the easy port of entry. Mm-hmm. Oh, and then we have the Apple TV. We have the phone. All these little hooks that can get them into the ecosystem by just opening up this one door, because smart home is so open on the other fronts as far as Alexa and Google. It's just like, dude, but I know they go at their own pace when they feel the pinch in their wallet, but they're not, since they're worth $2 trillion. So they're not feeling anything right now until they're ready to, come to grips with it. But yeah, other than that, I mean, since this is really weird to be in third quarter and not have a iPhone announcement coming. But I mean, that's just the state of the world right now. And I'm pretty sure that they'll make up those sales with the iPhone SE. Who would ever thought they'd do a $400 phone?
Yeah. Seriously.
Back when we used to watch this in the other world. But
I coughed and laughed and choked on my spit at the same time. I had a question for today. No comment. Yeah. Which product would make you happy to see today for you personally? For me personally,
because I already know the answers.
But which one for you?
No, I'm happy about the Apple, the Apple tags or whatever they coin it, their Tile competitor. Poor Tile, they're going to get shot out of the sky before they ever really get to breathe here. But what was I going to say? Other than that, I guess, as I always say around these keynotes, because they tend to be incremental instead of wowing me, I'm always whelmed until I'm overwhelmed. So it's just like, I'm hoping that they put out something that's just going to make this old tech lover, happy to be an Apple fan again. It's just,
I feel like
some stuff, it just doesn't.
I feel like that's what you say every year. I feel like you say that every year, bro.
I know, but it is what it is. I mean, not since the Apple Watch. I will say, not since the Apple Watch have I felt like, oh my God, this is a new category, new product, and something that's going to kind of be, a little revolutionary. And it's just, and I guess for us that watch it, it's just like, if you've been watching for a long time, the phone market is way mature. So I mean, we're not even going to see that this keynote. So. It's pretty much after I open the presents, I'm going to be able to say whether or not it's, this was a good one, or just kind of, this could have been like a nice little email. So we'll see. I hate to be double downer on that one. It's just, it's the nature of the beast.
Shamar, I'm going to hope that the next person that calls is like so hyped up. They're going to like basically completely counter your energy. All right, bro.
Yeah,
hey. All right, bro.
But hopefully so. There'll be a little bit more positive upbeat, bro. I'm sorry if I'm bringing down the mood here.
No, it's all good, baby. All right, hey, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much for calling in and always just like pounding through to get through the phone lines. I appreciate it, man. All right.
Oh, not a problem, bro.
All right, cool. We'll talk to you soon. You too. Okay, everybody. So I did want to update what's going on here. Thank you to the chat room for this is why this is kind of like a back and forth organic experience with us. People were talking about how Best Buy had reportedly leaked the presence of an iPhone SE Plus 2020 on its website. This was spotted by a Reddit user. So we just visited macrumors.com, and they have a screen protector listed on their site that's compatible with iPhone 6s, iPhone 6 Plus, iPhone 7 Plus, and iPhone 8 Plus. So, with the timing of this, could we actually see the iPhone SE Plus 2020 edition, and that was rumored when the first one came out, actually make it here at this keynote? It'd maybe be a little quick mention, but absolutely, like, bring it on. Bring on more. Just a quick thing. I know you all are watching and hanging patiently. It's 9:33 a.m. Keynote starts at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So we will be here. I will use the audio from the stream, but again, I'm not going to use the video for it because I got to keep my channel up and running. Also, if you want to and you feel like you can, I know these times are crazy. All this is 100% independent. You can do a super chat, or also, I guess I should pull it up if I really wanted to talk about it. I do have a Patreon that supports all the content I do. There's benefits that you can get from signing up for my Patreon. The big ones are basically you get early access to content, you get exclusives at different levels, and then if you follow along with my AppleBits XL audio podcast, it is a completely ad-free version of the podcast. It is weekly, and that's just how we do it. I really appreciate all of you for really kind of getting me on my feet and allowing me to continue to do this, and I still have a ways to go. I'm still building up. This is just the beginning of year 3 for me, which is crazy because it feels like less than a year has gone by. But again, I can only say just thank you so much. I'm so ridiculously grateful to be able to do this, and you all have been a huge part of that. And you can also put stuff in the super chat if you feel like it. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. All right, let's go to I don't know what you want to do. Let me know in the chat whether you want to see the poll again, whether you want me to keep on banging through the calls. If you want me to put up one of my videos, I can do that. We are, again, 30 minutes out, but I'm going to jump over here and take our next call. Let's go to, it might be John. I see a 310. What's up, Brian's BTs? He's live stream here. How you doing? Is this John?
Hello, what's up? Is this Brian?
Yes, this is Brian. Wait, did you call the wrong number?
Dude, it's not John, man. It's Chana, bro.
Okay, look, the call software says John Adair. Okay, your number.
John Adair.
My friends, Chana, I need to pull up your channel.
Chana D, the Techno Dad. Let's talk, Brian.
Yo, I'm gonna pull up your YouTube while we talk so people can see where to find your stuff. This is one of my boys, Chana, Techno Dad, does a lot of great like home audio, home theater, TV reviews. I gotta show love to my man. And this is you're not telling me to promote you. I just want people to know like where they can find some great stuff. His channel continues to grow.
No, man. I just haven't talked to you in a long time. So I was just like, oh, he's taking calls. Let's do it. I'm just playing Call of Duty, waiting till 10 o'clock. So,
waiting till 10. Okay, so Chana, look, we know you do home theater, but it doesn't mean that we have to talk about Apple TV. We can if you want. But what is the thing that you kind of want to see here that at least will make you happy as a current, someone who's in the ecosystem or at least uses Apple products right now?
I would probably, maybe new Apple Watch. Maybe new Apple Watch. I got the Series 5. Honestly, I kind of got bored with it.
So did you go from a Series 4 to a Series 5 or what?
I went from 0. I went from 0 to 5. Now, one of the coolest things is, I DJ weddings, right? Well, not since COVID. But one of the things I found out that was really cool because I would just plug the wedding schedule into my calendar.
Okay.
And then on one of the faces, it would actually be like, ding, hey, it's time for whatever.
Yeah.
Cake cutting or whatever. And I would just look at my watch and it was there. Like, what's next on the list? So that was really huge. And that was not the normal face, and I went all out and I got the Hermes version.
Oh, of course you did, bro.
Because of the band.
Of course you did.
And it was. I think it was my 30th. No, not 30th. It was my 40th birthday. So I was like, why not?
YOLO.
Why not?
YOLO.
Let me just. Yeah, exactly. Because I'm actually a watch guy. I don't know if we talked about it before, but like I didn't have many like little like complications or whatever on screen. I just had like a nice looking watch face because that's what I like to see. So yeah, I think Apple Watch would be cool. I'm kind of bored with it, so it's just kind of sitting around. So it's not really.
You don't even
not
wear
really the
it,
best, but I don't have like.
bro.
No, dude, I don't wear it.
Bro, you got.
I mean, I'm at home all the time.
You got an Hermes band. You have to wear it if you bought that freaking band. I'm sorry, I don't even care. You have to wear that. You know. Come on, man.
It's awesome. It's an awesome one for sure. But yeah, I think that's probably the only thing. You know, I'm not too hyped up on phones. You know, they do the job. So, okay. What about you? What do you?
I'm not expecting big things. I mean, the Apple Watch Series 6 was probably the product I was most excited about that we kind of know for sure is coming. But, you know, my expectations have been super lukewarm. I'll tell you right now, going into this keynote, I'm not even 50-50 thinking of upgrading to a Series 6. I mean, I have a 4. People have asked me in the chat room what I have. I have a Series 4. I never upgraded to a Series 5 because I didn't think that the always-on screen was enough for me, and it's not because it just reacts so fast already. Now, especially since we're not in, for people that are maybe in meetings or on the go and kind of need to discreetly look at their watch, I guess it makes sense. But still, it reacts so fast that I don't care.
Right.
So I never did it. The compass, fine. So if they're just really adding blood oxygen and a faster processor where the Series 4 is the same as the 5 and is going to be able to handle watchOS 7, I don't see it making sense for me to upgrade, but that's just me because of where I am in the product pipeline. If I had a 0, if I had a 3, or anything in between there, or if I didn't have an Apple Watch and I've always wanted one, I would probably be definitely looking to get an Apple Watch today, and not even the Series 6, probably the SE Apple Watch if it's really a Series 4 design without the ECG, which I don't use, and without always on, that's a killer deal. So, you know, I think that for me, I want to see AirTags personally. I just want to see everything that Apple is thinking around them. But we still got plenty of room to go. There's the Apple iPhone event expected in October. We still have all the audio stuff, HomePod Mini, AirPod Studio. Then we aren't even talking about this, the Apple Silicon Macs that Bloomberg recently reported they would be at least announced or unveiled sometime in November. So that's 3 events before the end of the year. And then those machines would be coming out by the end of the year. So whether it's at that event or maybe later in December. And Apple Silicon is also one of the most exciting products that I'm looking for this year as well. So, you know, we got a long ways to go here. This is kind of like seriously. This is like the appetizer right now, bro.
yeah. This is definitely the appetizer for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the Silicon Mac, that looks cool. I just got a new Mac Mini, so I'm set on like computers. So, you know.
Okay, hey, Chana, I'm going to let you go. Got to get through more calls, but I really appreciate you coming in and just hanging out and saying hi, man. You can always call me.
For sure, man.
Yeah, you know how
I know. Well, you know, we're both always so busy. It's just it's one of those things. You know, I'll hit you up. You're like, yo, it's like midnight. I'm editing, bro. What's up? It's like, oh,
it's the life. It's the
me
life,
too.
Man. It's the hustle,
just saying hi.
It's the hustle. All right, bro. We'll talk to you soon, okay?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, see ya.
All right, man. Take it easy. Have fun today. Peace.
All right, peace. Okay, let's go in here. We've had a caller waiting for an hour and 5 minutes from like a 306 area code, I believe. We're going to see who this is. Welcome to BTZ's live stream. Who is this?
Hello, Brian. It's Tafis.
Is it? How do I say it? Tashit?
It's STATHIS.
FTA. Say it again.
THIS.
Fatish.
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult because you know I'm your favorite patron from Greece.
Oh my, Greece. Okay, if you know me, first of all, the Greek community and people are amazing. So much emotion, so much energy. I'm not saying I love Greek food, but I do. And then also, come on, my boy Giannis. Giannis is the pride of your nation. I actually got to meet him this year, which is kind of crazy. But that video should be coming. Yeah, that video should be eventually coming out a little bit. But thank you so much for calling. I really, really appreciate it. And I'm sorry I butchered your name. It's kind of hard for me to hear it over the line. So
It's okay. My name is also difficult. So, Brian, I wanted you to ask you a question.
Yes.
I've heard that you once bought a HomePod, but you got it back because of its dampness and not because of its excellent sound. So, let's say today that Apple announces HomePod Mini. Would you buy it if it was retailed in $159 and with the same Siri?
So here's the thing. Here's how I look at it. First of all, so the only reason I bought a HomePod was because it was on sale for $199. I do feel that it's actually worth $199 if you're in the Apple ecosystem. If you're not, don't even think about it, right? So it really has to be that true Apple user. So I do feel it is worth it for $199. Now, if you're talking about a mini, I'll get a mini to have a second HomePod in another room. But still, I put up a video and it talked about basically 4 things that Apple needs to do to make the HomePod significantly better. And I'm going to see if I can remember them. One of them is improve Siri. That is the fundamental. Quite honestly, I think Apple's weakest point in their entire product line is actually Siri. And we can see how the future of communicating and controlling our devices is voice. The smart home is a multi-billion-dollar industry that keeps on growing, and Apple still is trailing way behind. They need to fix Siri, and when I say fix Siri, they recently, about 2 years ago, hired the head of Google's AI division, John Giannandrea, okay? And he is clearly behind the scenes working on it, but they can't just axe Siri and put in a new one within a year. It's probably going to take 2 or 3 years, in my mind, for them to kind of launch this new Siri, because fundamentally, it can't even do basic things like take 2 commands at once. And when I say 2 commands at once, there's other platforms where you can say, turn on this light, close this shade, or, multiple commands matters. So I think that that's going to matter. They're working on being more compatible with more smart home devices. Right now on Apple's website, HomeKit devices are around 600. Well, guess what? Amazon, I think, is around 60,000 smart home devices. That's pathetic. And I know that Apple has a different ecosystem and privacy, but most of my products that I really love aren't even compatible right now, but they're working on that.
Yes, that you're right, because as an Apple fan, I'm very concerned about the privacy and Google and Amazon all stuff, but at the same time, I'm very sad of Siri and HomeKit, which support very few vendors.
I think that, look, privacy matters, absolutely, but I think there's a middle ground that they can meet, and really, the requirements for HomeKit is what is obviously turned off manufacturers, but they're doing this new consortium that includes Google, it includes Amazon, and all these other basically smart platforms where they're going to kind of create a universal standard that everyone can use. Zigbee as well. I forgot, it's called like Chips, but I can't remember how to break it down. The short name is like Chips, but this is really going to open up the fact that Apple finally be compatible with Nest products. Apple will finally be compatible with my Logitech home theater remote. Just really key smart home devices. And that's going to be a big change for them and really should elevate them. So we got Siri. They need to open up the smart home. They need to be more compatible. When I talk about, Bluetooth streaming, they need to just basically open up in there, open up more services. And then price, like you said, is the other big thing. $149 for a mini. Sure, I'd like it $99, but I don't think Apple will ever release a $99 speaker or anything. So. That's not going to happen.
I don't think so.
So if they put out a HomePod mini, I will get one. I will review it. I'll see if it fits in my how I use things, and if I do, I'll keep it. And if I don't, I'll return it, and I'm very open and honest about that. But I do own a $199 HomePod because I think it is worth it, and the sound is awesome. The sound is awesome.
Oh yeah,
I love it. I love it. It's so good.
Okay, one last comment, because I know we are 14 minutes away from the keynote.
Yes.
I need your honest comment about Apple versus Fortnite.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
We forgot about that.
Yeah, let me see if I can even pull up a clip so people can like look at this. But what it is Apple versus Fortnite. I think at first I was kind of a little in Epic Games corner at first, but then I kind of saw how they did this really super coordinated like push against Apple. So it came off as a little more slimy, quite honestly, right? It didn't come off as a pure, like, we are looking for the developers. I think that there are residual effects by them pushing for the App Store to be more fair, but Apple still created the App Store. I thought that maybe a nice thing would be maybe Apple could find a middle ground with developers. I'm not saying they're going to be like, oh, our fee is 15% now. No, maybe it's 20, 25%. Maybe for regular apps that sell specific goods, not subscription services, but goods, maybe after they hit a certain benchmark of money earned in a year, they reduce some of that cut. I think there's ways to find a middle ground, but instead of working with Apple, clearly Fortnite wanted to make a point. Clearly Fortnite wanted to get public opinion in their favor, and Apple's like, hey, we're not going to budge until a court tells us to budge. And the courts have not told Apple to budge. So, look, Fortnite is feeling the pinch right now until that changes. I'm actually not in... If I had to... I wouldn't even say I'm leaning towards one or the other. I think they both could find a middle ground that could benefit everyone. And quite honestly, for me, I'm more interested in developers who can... I'm more willing for Apple to kind of... Now that they've been so successful, this is a billion-dollar business. Steve Jobs originally said the whole idea of the App Store was not... He honestly said this was not to make money, but to kind of open this up and create this ecosystem. Yes, it's a billion-dollar business, but Apple can lighten things up a little bit. Will they? Probably not. This is Tim Cook, the man of margins, the man of profits. But I think that there's a middle ground that I would like to see, not only just because of Fortnite, but really just for developers in general. And I think it brought up a lot of attention and questions of, is Apple really fair? Some people will immediately side with Apple and say they created it, so they have final say, but they're a $2 trillion company. I think they can bend a little bit. They're sitting on $200 billion of cash. They can bend a little bit, like a tiny bit.
Yeah, of course, because I think even though as a consumer, I'm so blessed, to have an Apple ecosystem in the apps, and I can buy subscriptions very easy. But at the same time, the rules of the App Store are the same as in, I think, 2009 that it was introduced. But now, the ecosystem has changed. The developers are many. If you want to build an app from scratch, you have to crawl up the ladder to be a top app. It's very difficult. So I think also there's also another player when it comes in the App Store, Huawei, with their ecosystem and the new App Store that they are trying to lure more developers and say, well, if you are not a big player, okay, you can come to our ecosystem and our base in China. So I think that's also a threat. Do you agree?
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to, though, right? Apple is the only true app store on their platform. And so, on Android, you can sideload Epic Games, even though they no longer, at least for the last time I checked, don't have a relationship with the Google Store, because Google Store's like, we're not going to do this as well. You can still sideload apps onto an Android phone. So, but Apple, you can't do that at all. You have to go through the Apple Store. So, we'll see how it plays out. No one has been able to sideload anything, at least unless you jailbreak it, on an iPhone. And so they do hold all the cards, in this situation. But I think, again, there is really a middle ground that makes sense. Hey, you know what? I want to get through some more calls before we get to the keynote, but I really appreciate you calling again and supporting on Patreon. And I feel so thankful and grateful. So, thanks for calling again. Oh, okay. Maybe it looks like the call might have ended because my Skype situation kind of just hung up again. So, okay, I'm going to get that all kind of set up again, and we'll see if we can do this. Okay, let's try this, see if this works or not. Okay. I don't know if I can hear you, but I'm going to guess I see a call from San Diego. I think this is my buddy Gil. Can you hear me, Gil?
What's up, brother?
Gia! What's up, baby? So everyone that's listening or not listening, Gil Cabrera, friend of the show, kind of like one of my partners in crime on my podcast because he's badass like that. Gil, what's up, buddy?
What's up, man? I got my credit card ready. I'm ready to buy me a watch.
Oh, man. So, hey, I just want to let you know, for people that are watching.
Can I order it? Can I order it yet?
You can try. I mean, the store says be right back with this nice little rainbow glowy logo that everyone's looking at. So, at the moment, No, but probably very
Damn
soon.
it.
Sorry, okay.
I got this fancy white Apple Card. I'm ready to go.
Hey, 3% back. 3% back on that Apple Card. So, Gil,
Right, baby.
I know that your Apple Watch is basically like shattered and everything, but here's an interesting question. Series 6 or the potential Apple Watch SE? And I know you like to roll big, but I don't know. I mean, if I was buying an Apple Watch today, knowing how I use the current Apple Watch, I don't know if I need a Series 6 if it's the same form factor. And
you know the answer to this question, BTV. Come on. It's going to be the 6. Come on. It's gonna be the
Series 6. Series 6 for the win. Series 6 for the win.
Seriously. Yeah, so I'll get the 6. I have discussed potentially getting the SE or whatever they're calling it for Krista, my wife, because she borrowed a watch for a run or something, and she thought it was the greatest thing, and now she wants one of those too. So we might do that. But the most amusing thing is I was listening to the guy earlier, and he was like, "I got my Hermes watch just sort of sitting in a drawer somewhere," and I'm just like, "Man, I have a Series 2 on my wrist that I can't even see because like I'm blind and everything's really small. It's bad. It's bad. These are the first world problems that I'm dealing with."
Okay, so I had a question because maybe I can lean on your expertise, people, and I do need to address the chat room because they're vigilant and they've stuck with us the whole way. I asked for people that haven't subscribed, if they haven't subscribed already, would they subscribe if I do 50 push-ups? Should I do 50 push-ups before the keynote so people that have not subscribed yet and are watching can subscribe?
Yeah, man. What, like one-armed, like Rocky style, or just regular push-ups?
I mean, I could do like 20 or 30 right now. I actually want people to stick around for the live stream. I think that people are going to be like tuning in and saying, why is this guy doing 50 push-ups? I don't know. I'm going to let the chat room.
Yeah, people that know those guns of yours know that you do a lot of push-ups. That's all good.
Did you really have to promote that for me? I mean, okay. These are little pistols here, baby. These are little pistolas. All right, Gil, I'm going to get through a few more calls. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go do it. I think I am going to pick up the tags, though. I think that's going to be pretty cool.
Dude, I'm excited about that.
As far as the other thing. Yeah. I mean, I feel bad for what's the brand I currently use?
Tile.
It's the one Tile. Yeah, I feel bad for Tile, but those things are tiny and they look awesome and probably will work better. Unlike the home system stuff, but other than that, Apple's killing it. So we'll buy those things, but that's about it.
Okay, Gil, I'm gonna because we're getting tight on time. I'm gonna hang up right now. People want me to do the freaking push-ups for some reason, so I think I'm gonna do it really quick. Okay, guys. Look, this is not all for the subs, but I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna change my camera. You will see. You can count with me. 50. I don't know if I can do 50, but I'll try my best. Okay, here we go. Okay. I know you can hear me. You can see me here in this corner here. Down on the floor. Here we go. Oh, my God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, oh, God, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, oh, fuck, 40, oh, God, 41, 42, 43, fuck, I can't cheat. I was gonna cheat. I was really gonna cheat. Oh my gosh. Oh, my head's light. I was gonna cheat, guys. I just couldn't cheat. I got to 40. How many did I get to? Did I get to 40? So maybe that's worth. I'm kind of lightheaded right now. What a wuss. Okay, let's get to the next call. I can barely see right now. Okay. Let's see what we got.
Hello?
Calling in the 210, baby. Who is this? Oh, were you impressed by those
It's
push-ups?
Ryan.
Ryan, were you impressed by those push-ups? Yes or no? Honestly, be honest.
I was.
You
I
were?
was quite impressed.
I got to 40 without stopping, and I was going to kind of do a trick where like I put my knees on the ground, but then that's not cool, so I didn't. Okay, so what's up? Well, you know, the keynote is starting pretty soon in about a minute or two. They're probably going to be right on time. So what do you want to talk about, Ryan?
Yeah, so like I was looking at some of the patents that Apple has filed, and it was like some of them were foldable displays, like something about hinges and stuff, but I saw the iPad one, and it's like an iPad foldable display, and it's really interesting. But do you think that the iPad Air will have Thunderbolt, like USB-C, this year?
You know what? I haven't been. I'm gonna say I hope it does. I think it will. You know, just because if they're moving to this kind of iPad Pro form factor, that it would align nicely. So we'll find out today. But I'm gonna say yeah. And also they're starting to gradually push everyone forward with their products to, you know, get to USB-C. Although not the iPhone, but everything else they are. So I'm gonna say yeah. Let's say yeah. Let's have fun and say yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, man,
you know,
I don't want that.
I'm disappointed that the iPhone isn't coming today. Because I'm gonna get that right away.
Hold on to hope. Hold on to hope. Hope never. I was hoping I'd get to 50 push-ups. I didn't, but I still got to 40. So hold on to hope. Still catching my breath. I hope someone was really impressed by that. Because, like, my man boobs are, like, really, really firm right now. All right, Ryan, hey, thank you so much for calling in. Really, really appreciate it. I'm going to try and see if I can squeeze in one more call because the keynote is really going to start anytime soon. Say what? Okay, I'm just going to...
nothing.
Okay, thanks for calling, Ryan. Appreciate it. So, right now we have Apple's spinny logo, the little swoopy logo with time flies. And we are expecting to start anytime soon. I will take the audio of that, and then we'll come back here. I'll do as much commentary as I can, but now that their keynotes are like just so tightly edited, it can be hard. We will be back for the keynote after this with the kind of a little bit of post-show, so you guys and gals can call in and kind of vent. So I really appreciate everyone coming in here. We will continue to kind of be monitoring when the keynote starts live. I'll try and take one more call. Let's see what we got here. It looks like a friend from the 510. Can you hear me? Welcome to the show.
Hey, Brian. How's it going, man? Big time fan.
What's up? Who's this?
My question technically, my name's Luis. Nice to meet you, man.
Luis, nice to meet you, bro.
Yeah, so quick question. I know it's about to start. So I have a Series 5 right now, and I don't know if there's going to be such improvements in the Series 6 to where I should upgrade, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. Mm-hmm. And also, I know there's no iPhone 12, anything about it at this event. But, I mean, what are your opinions on going from the XX Max or the 10X Max all the way up to the iPhone Pro Max, the 12? And, big fan. And also just, I think Apple right now, because I was going to buy a speaker as well. What's your opinion on waiting to get the mini, before anything?
Okay, you shot three things at me. If you have a Series 5, I don't think you need a Series 6 unless blood oxygen monitoring is crucial to your personal health reason, whatever reasons you may or may not be dealing with. So I would say don't do that. You talked about going from a 10S to a 12 Pro. 12 Pro will obviously have the larger screen. So that just comes down to, are you willing to spend the money for that extra screen real estate? I'd say, even though it shouldn't make the biggest difference, hey, if they have 120 hertz refresh rate on the Pro Max model, maybe that's a reason to get it, but you may not really have to. So it looks like Apple's keynote is starting right now. I'm going to switch over to it because the logo is moving and kind of zooming in. So,
yeah,
Luis,
it's all good,
thank
man.
you so much.
I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate
you very much.
Thank you so much. For everyone that is calling in, you can either hang on to the line or we will take you afterwards. But let's go into Apple's keynote and see what's going on here. This is the live event starting now. They're just swooping in right now. If the keynote is too loud, just let me know, and we will start here. We'll kind of hang out and just see what happens, okay?
good morning and welcome. We are so pleased that you could join us today. We've got some really exciting product announcements to share with you. As we all continue to make our way through these difficult times and face the challenges that COVID-19 is causing in our communities around the world, it's so inspiring how people everywhere have adapted, working remotely, learning from home, and gathering virtually to stay close to family and friends. And it's been gratifying to see the important role our products have played in helping people come together, carry on, and move forward. We know that life won't always be like this, and we're all looking forward to better days. Here at Apple, we feel a deep responsibility to keep innovating, to continue making products that enrich people's lives in meaningful ways. Today, we're focusing on two products that have played integral roles in people's everyday lives, Apple Watch and iPad. Let's get started with Apple Watch.
Yeah.
Apple Watch revolutionized what a watch can do. If you think about it, for over 100 years, the traditional watch really focused on just one thing, time. Today, it's incredible what Apple Watch enables you to do right from your wrist. I use my Apple Watch and its amazing features throughout the day. Before I go out in the morning, I check the weather. At work, Apple Watch notifies me with everything from messages to news alerts and keeps me right on schedule. I'm doing my best to stay in shape, so it's great that Apple Watch keeps track of my workouts and motivates me to close my rings. When I get home, I use it to open the garage, unlock my door, and turn on the lights.
Yeah, because you got
and when I'm
millions
ready
of dollars.
to settle in, I use Apple Watch to stream my favorite music. And it's so reassuring for millions of customers that Apple Watch has introduced great health features like heart monitoring, cycle tracking and fall detection, and even the ability to take an ECG. No wonder Apple Watch is the most loved watch in the world. I love reading the many messages I get every day from Apple Watch users telling me how the watch has changed and in some cases saved their lives. Like Ray from Texas, she'd been experiencing pain in her stomach, but didn't think it was too serious. When her Apple
This
Watch
is a lot
alerted her
longer
to an
for Apple
elevated
to really
heart rate,
get into this.
she realized it
They're trying
really
to tell
was.
stories, but you know we'll
She went to
see
the
where they
ER,
go from here.
where it was
Might not-
determined
might
she
not be
was
that
in
big of a deal.
septic shock. Ray got immediate intervention, but she could have died without that warning from her Apple Watch. Or Enrique from Spain, who's blind and uses his watch for everything from speaking the time to reminding him when his appointments are, to calling taxis and helping him keep fit. For Enrique, his Apple Watch has become an essential part of his day-to-day life. Now I'd like you to meet a few more of these people and hear their stories.
Dear Apple, my name is Kate. It has always been my dream to become an Olympian, but that can be hard with type 1 diabetes. It was just so many shots and finger pricks every single day. I went from having to check my blood sugar manually every 20 minutes to now all I have to do is just glance down at my wrist, which reads the insulin pack attached to my side. I feel like I don't have type 1 when I'm
I know you're all
competing
feeling
now.
like you're just waiting right now, because I am.
My name is YJ. Back in February of 2019, I was diagnosed with high blood pressure and hypertension. The medications cost me $2,000 a month with insurance. That was the tipping point for me. I started tracking my exercises and started tracking my health all through my watch. Almost 18 months later, I am not on any medications and I am in the best shape of my life.
My name is James. We were sitting in the living room and I glanced down at my watch because it kind of vibrated. It flashed increased heart rate. About time we got to the hospital, my heart rate was 206. And she said, "Sir, you're going into cardiac arrest." I was 26. I wanted my life. And I didn't want my life just for me, but I wanted it for my family. I'm thankful to still be here, and I'm thankful for that device that saved me.
I really love hearing those stories about how Apple Watch helps people and enriches their lives. And healthcare providers, insurance companies, and businesses are also seeing the benefits of offering Apple Watch. They know it can make a big difference in the lives of their patients, customers, and employees. Recently, the Mount Sinai Health System in New York launched the new Warrior Watch study. Using data from Apple Watch, researchers are studying the impact of COVID on the psychological well-being of frontline healthcare workers by identifying early signs of stress while also looking to predict infection before symptoms appear. Singapore has one of the world's leading healthcare systems. This fall, Singapore will become the first country to leverage the benefits of Apple Watch by offering incentives for people to use it to stay healthy and active. Apple Watch helps people understand so much about their health and fitness and to live a better day. This year, we're going to take it even further.
Let's go, let's
go.
go.
Here's Jeff to tell you what's next.
Okay. Fancy video stuff, I like it. Hey, I can't show the stream, otherwise my channel's gonna get knocked out, so just hang here. We'll talk about it.
Apple Watch has made a profound impact on so many of our customers' lives, and we continue to be inspired. And this year, watchOS 7 adds several important health features that take advantage of the powerful technology in Apple Watch. The new Sleep app uses the motion sensors to track your sleep. Automatic hand washing detection recognizes the motion and sound when washing your hands and encourages you to continue for the recommended 20 seconds. And watchOS 7 now uses your motion and heart rate to measure a lower range of VO2 max values. Now, the American Heart Association recommends routinely assessing cardio fitness levels, and VO2 max is the most accurate way to capture this. The problem is, it's usually only measured in specialty clinics. Well, watchOS 7 can now measure a full range of VO2 max, which is a powerful predictor of your overall health. And coming later this year, you can receive a notification if your VO2 max drops to those lower levels. Each year, Apple Watch raises the bar, adding new features and technology that improve our lives. This year, Apple Watch takes another big leap forward, and I'm excited to show it to you now.
Let's go. Tell me it's new. Huh? What's this? That's bezel? Different sensor on the back. Different sensor on the back. Is that a less bezel? I can't tell. Blue! It's navy blue. It's midnight blue, y'all.
This is the new Apple Watch Series 6. The perfect combination of powerful features
also,
and
matching
beautiful
iPhone
design.
12 coming. Matching
Series
iPhone 12
6 is our
coming.
most colorful lineup ever. There's a new blue aluminum case, this updated classic gold stainless steel finish,
Gold!
a new gray-black stainless steel called Graphite, and for the first time, a stunning new Apple Watch product red.
Yeah.
Now, on the inside, Series 6 is packed with incredible technology, including a new health sensor that enables an amazing new capability. Let's take a look.
What's it gonna be? Blood oxygen, we know this.
With Apple Watch Series 6, you can measure your blood oxygen right from your wrist. The new health sensor in Series 6 shines red and infrared light onto your wrist and measures the amount of light reflected back. Advanced algorithms use this data to calculate the color of your blood, which indicates the amount of oxygen present. The new blood oxygen app lets you take a measurement in just 15 seconds.
Still a long time. I'm all spoiled. 15 seconds is too
And
long.
Series 6
It's too
also
long.
captures periodic background readings and stores them in your health app. So if you wear your Apple Watch to bed, it can record background measurements while you sleep. I'll hand it over to Sumbul to talk more about blood oxygen and its importance to your health.
Blood oxygen saturation, also known as SpO2, is like a vital sign. It's a key measurement that contains critical information about your breathing and circulation. Apple Watch is already a powerful health tool with apps that measure heart rate and heart rhythm. And now, adding blood oxygen brings another valuable health measurement to users. Blood oxygen and pulse oximetry are terms that we've heard a lot about during the COVID pandemic. As you breathe, your heart and lungs work together to deliver oxygen throughout your body. Blood oxygen saturation is an indication of how well this system is functioning and of your overall respiratory and cardiac health. And pulse oximetry is how you measure it. Now, the Blood Oxygen app on Series 6 lets you measure your blood oxygen for fitness and wellness purposes from your wrist, anywhere, and at any time. This is a great new tool for your overall well-being. And to enable future medical discoveries, we're launching 3 new health research studies to learn how longitudinal blood oxygen measurements, along with other health metrics from Apple Watch, can help manage conditions that affect the heart and lungs. First, to study how to better manage and control asthma using physiological signals from Apple Watch, we're collaborating with the pulmonary experts at the University of California, Irvine, and Anthem. Second, to learn more about how metrics, including blood oxygen, can be used to manage heart failure, we're partnering with one of the largest research organizations in North America, the University Health Network, and the investigators at the University of Toronto. And finally, as we all continue to learn more about COVID and understand the interplay with influenza, we're partnering with the investigators of the Seattle Flu Study and faculty from the University of Washington School of Medicine. We will explore how changes in blood oxygen and heart rate could be early signals of the onset of these respiratory conditions. So that's the new blood oxygen feature. We're so excited to bring this important new health capability to our users. Now, back to Jeff to tell you more about the new Apple Watch Series 6.
Whether you're measuring blood oxygen, making a phone call on your watch, or simply checking your activity rings, it's all made possible by Apple Silicon. Inside Series 6 is our 6th generation system in package. It's a purpose-built design that's absolutely unique in the industry. It includes a high-performance dual-core processor based on the A13 Bionic in iPhone 11, but optimized for Apple Watch. The S6 is up to 20% faster than the previous generation. Series 6 also has great new features that are perfect for when you're out and about. Let's head outside and take a look.
Let's go outside, guys. Are you all impressed right now? Nothing that said I gotta have it yet. Maybe red.
Because of its energy-efficient design, Series 6 has an even better always-on display.
Better?
Making it easier to read your watch on sunny days without having to wake the display. Now it's 2.5 times brighter outdoors when your wrist is down. Series 6 also features a new always-on altimeter that provides continuous elevation throughout the day. So on your next hike, you can see your elevation change in real time, right on your watch face. And at any time, no matter where you are, you can measure your blood oxygen saturation right from your wrist.
Okay, we're chilling.
Now let's talk about watch faces. The watch face is fundamental to the Apple Watch experience, and we're taking faces further this year, starting with some great new designs, and we'd like to share them with you now.
How about that woven watch band? That
The
looks
watch
pretty
face
cool.
is the most powerful and personal aspect of Apple Watch. Our approach to face design begins with a deep respect for the history of timekeeping. We combine that sense of craft with the powerful technologies and capabilities of Apple Watch to create these new faces. The GMT face shows multiple time zones at once and takes into account where you are.
Available on watchOS 7.
The count up face
don't
lets you
need a new
start
watch for
tracking
this.
elapsed time from any given point. And inspired by classic racing watches, the Chronograph Pro face features multiple time scales, including a tachymeter to measure speed based on time traveled over a set distance. In the typograph face, numerals can be displayed in 3 custom type styles and 4 different scripts. Every combination is tailored to fit the face perfectly. We also collaborated with the artist Jeff McFetridge to create a unique piece of art for your watch. There are millions of combinations, and a different one animates when you raise your wrist.
I don't even care about that. I don't even care about that.
The Memoji face brings your favorite Memoji to your watch.
I care about this!
Each one moves and reacts to your touch. And with the Stripes face, you can show your pride in who you are, support your favorite team, or even match what you're wearing. We're so proud to add to the legacy of Apple Watch faces with this new collection.
In watchOS 7, we also gave developers new tools to build even more specialized watch faces. So if you're into surfing, there's a watch face for that, with apps like Dawn Patrol to check surf conditions. Or if you're into photography, there's a watch face for that, with apps like Lumi to help you track the sun's position. Or if you're a healthcare provider, there's a watch face for that, with apps like Notable to see your upcoming appointments.
There's a watch face for that.
Watch faces have always been a great way to personalize your Apple Watch. Another is interchangeable bands. Now, traditional watch bands have a clasp or buckle, and they're limited to a few preset sizes for fit. Well, today, we're excited to introduce something completely different.
What is it?
We call it the Solo Loop. The Solo Loop is remarkably simple.
Does it adjust
no
on its
clasp,
own?
no buckle,
Does it adjust on its
no
own?
overlapping parts, just one continuous piece.
Does it
Made
adjust
from
on its
custom
own?
liquid silicone, the Solo Loop is stretchable so you can easily slip it on and off your wrist. It looks great, and it's durable, and it's swim-proof, so it can go anywhere. It's available in a range of sizes so you can find your most comfortable fit. And it comes in 7 fantastic colors. This new band style is so comfortable, we did another version called the Braided Solo Loop.
Yeah.
It's made from 100% recycled yarn that's meticulously braided with ultra-thin silicone threads, and it will be available in 5 colors. We're also offering a new take on the leather band with the new leather link, with no loop back or clasp of any kind. There are also great new
Guys,
updates
I guess
for
the most exciting
Apple
thing
Watch
for me
Nike,
is the
with
Solo
fun
Loop
new
right now.
sport band and sport loop colors, plus
Yeah,
the
I
new
was-
Nike watch face. And for Apple Watch Air
Solo
Meds,
Loop.
we're introducing the new Attelage band in both single tour and doublet tour. That's Apple Watch Series 6, the most advanced Apple Watch ever. We think you're going to love all the amazing new features. This year, we're doing 2 additional things to make Apple Watch available to even more people. And the first is an entirely new way for families to use Apple Watch. And here's Deidre to tell you all about it.
Apple Watch is essential for staying connected to those you love, whether that's a child or an older adult.
Then give me a FaceTime
Right
camera,
now,
Nick.
Apple Watch needs to pair with an iPhone, which is something they might not have. This is why we're excited to introduce Family Setup.
Yep, this
With
was rumored.
Family Setup, you can use your iPhone to pair watches for your children or older members in your household who don't have their own phones. And they will have their own phone number and account.
Great feature here.
Let me show you how
Great
it works.
feature. Wow, that was a long walk.
Family Setup enables greater independence for your kids or older parents. And you have the comfort of knowing they're just a call away. You get the safety and communication features that technology can deliver in a device that can be managed responsibly. For example, you can specify which contacts your kids can communicate with when using messages and more.
Oh, kids won't like
And
that.
you can set up automatic location notifications. So whether it's grandma's house,
nice
school,
dribble.
or basketball practice,
Scoot to
you'll
the
get
hoop.
the reassurance your child is exactly where you expect them to be.
Oh no, kids don't
To help
like
them
that.
stay active, kids can now track move minutes and use all the other great features of activity and workout in a way that works best for them.
This also
Kids
works
can
on your
create an
significant
emoji
other.
with just their watch and share it as stickers and messages or in the new Memoji watch face. Whether they're learning at home or in the classroom, the new school time mode helps kids stay focused with Do Not Disturb, restricted interaction, and this distinctive look, which teachers or parents can recognize at a glance. These are just some of the ways Family Setup provides kids and older adults with the powerful and unique benefits of Apple Watch, even if they don't have an iPhone. Family Setup requires
I
a
love this
cellular model of
idealistic
Apple
world that
Watch
Apple
Series
thinks
4
every
and
family
later,
is like. It's
and
so
will be
easy.
available
So
at launch
easy.
with these carrier partners in these regions around the world, with more coming later this year.
Just gonna air tag a kid.
And that's Family
Swallow
Setup.
it.
Back to Jeff.
Just swallow an
We
AirTag.
think family setup will keep families more connected, giving kids greater independence and agency, and you more peace of mind. The second thing we're doing to make Apple Watch available to even more people is to create a new model that combines elements of Series 6 design with the most essential features of Apple Watch, all at a more affordable price. We call it Apple Watch SE.
Here we go.
Apple Watch SE has the features customers love. It has everything you need to stay connected, be more active, and keep an eye on your health. And like Series 6, Apple Watch SE uses our largest and most advanced watch display, allowing you to see so much more at a glance. More information and apps on your watch face, more in messages, calendar, and maps, and larger and easier to read metrics while you're working out. And for fast access to information and apps, Apple Watch SE uses the S5 chip for up to 2 times faster performance than Series 3. And staying connected is even easier with the cellular models, which allow you to make phone calls, send messages, and more, even without your phone. And with family setup, cellular models of Apple Watch SE will also be great for kids. Customers love using Apple Watch for fitness and working out, and Apple Watch SE has the same accelerometer, gyroscope, compass, and altimeter as Series 6. And because it has the latest motion sensors, Apple Watch SE also supports fall detection, a feature that's made a life-saving difference for many Apple Watch wearers. With all of these features and more, including the new capabilities in watchOS 7, we think Apple Watch SE will be the perfect watch for many new customers. Apple Watch SE starts at just $279. In addition, we're announcing Apple Card financing for Apple Watch so customers can easily pay across 24 monthly payments. Apple Watch Series 6 with the breakthrough new blood oxygen sensor starts at just $399, and Series 3 continues at its great entry price of just $199. With 3 great Apple Watch models to choose from, there really is an Apple Watch for everyone.
Wow. SE,
Now let's
Series
talk
6,
about
Series
what
3.
Apple Watch is doing to protect the environment. Apple's commitment to the environment spans everything we do, from how we design our products, to the materials that go in them, to how they're manufactured. And here's Lisa to share some of the many things Apple is doing to reduce our environmental footprint.
We're proud that all of our corporate operations worldwide are carbon neutral. And we've done it by replacing dirty energy with clean, renewable power. All of our offices, retail stores, and data centers run on 100% renewable energy. We're also proud that we've cut our comprehensive carbon footprint by 35% since 2015. And you may have heard, we're now taking our environmental commitment even further, starting with a promise. By 2030, Apple will be 100% carbon neutral for our entire end-to-end footprint, including our supply chain and products. To keep our promise, we're focusing on not just the energy we use, but the materials needed to make our products. Let's take a look at Apple Watch. Beginning last year, our aluminum watch cases are made with 100% recycled aluminum. And for Series 6, we're now using 100% recycled rare earth elements and tungsten in the Taptic engine. And we go to great lengths to make sure our products are free of harmful chemicals. Like all of our products, Apple Watch is free of BFR, PVC, beryllium, and mercury. And the display glass is made without arsenic.
Come on, guys.
And all of the
Spending a lot of
fiber in
time
our
on this.
packaging comes from recycled sources or responsibly managed forests. Sometimes it's not what we make, but what we don't make that counts. We know that customers have been accumulating USB power adapters and that
How about the
producing
people who
millions of
make it?
unneeded
Uh-oh.
adapters
Did I say that? My
consumes
bad.
resources and adds to our carbon footprint.
Don't talk about that.
So this year, we are removing the USB power adapter from Apple Watch. We're also helping our Apple Watch manufacturing partners transition to renewable energy. That, combined with removing the power adapter, will result in eliminating the carbon equivalent of over 50,000 cars from our roads per year. We have lots more to do, and we'll have lots more to share in the months and years to come. Now, back to Jeff.
These actions are significant and lasting, and I'm proud of the great work Apple is doing to protect our planet. So that's our lineup. Apple Watch Series 6 with a new blood oxygen sensor, the most advanced Apple Watch yet, and the very capable and affordable Apple Watch SE. You can order both today, and availability starts this Friday. To celebrate the launch of the new Apple Watch Series 6, we created a video to show you just how far the watch has come. And here it is.
Imagine a future where one day machine learning will give you the power to track your sleep. Imagine.
Excuse me, ma'am.
All right. I mean, I don't know about you all. I'm going to let this play out, but we kind of know everything. Pretty much everything we expected. I mean, I think the biggest thing that I got excited about was for the braided loop, the single loop. I know I kind of hammered on the environment. Gil's like, why are you hating on the environment? I'm not hating on the environment, but usually they put up like a checklist of how it's environmental friendly. And I think because they don't have that much to talk about, they use that time to just really go into it. And that's fine. I mean, I think it is important, absolutely. But it also kind of reminds you how the Apple Watch isn't doing that much. The big news out of here is the Apple Watch SE for $279, more affordable. They're targeting families. And that whole SE line is kind of the evolution of Apple under Tim Cook having a pretty much almost just as good as the high tier, take a few things away, price it lower, and that becomes the top-selling model and gives them the largest margin and kind of keeps them rolling to that $2 trillion goal. So these are all smart business decisions. Unfortunately, I think from someone who's a 4 going to a 6, I will review it. I'll see if the always-on screen is that much better. But as a 4 owner, I'm here right now. I don't know about y'all. If you don't have a 4, I think this is a great update to get. But if I'm a 4 or 5 owner, and if I don't really need blood oxygen monitoring, like really don't need it, because I think I've used the ECG feature on mine maybe like 2 or 3 times. Something to consider that maybe this is not for me, but that's okay. Doesn't mean it's not for you. But yeah, they spent for not that much info, they spent a long time on this. Just saying. But I do like the SE, and I do like that single loop. Okay, back to the keynote.
Wow, that was fun.
Oh, I finished just on time.
Since the beginning, one of the most profound impacts Apple Watch has had is helping people be more active. We've been working on something that will motivate and inspire you even more on your fitness journey. And here's Jay to tell you all about it.
Let's go, Jay.
Being more active
Whoa.
is one of the most important things we can do for our
blonde is
health.
strong as mine.
So over the years, we've built a range of features on the Apple Watch designed to motivate a wide variety of users. We hear from people who have become healthier just by closing their activity rings each day, and friends and family who are able to motivate each other and stay connected even from far away with activity sharing. And then there are our most competitive Apple Watch users who love earning awards and challenging each other to get fit. One of the Apple Watch's most popular apps is the Workout app, which has been finely tuned with powerful algorithms that accurately track the most important metrics for all the workouts you do. This year, we wanted to push the Apple Watch workout experience even further. So we are creating amazing workouts with incredible music delivered by the world's best trainers.
These are the fitness classes they're talking about?
This is the first fitness service built around Apple Watch.
Apple Fitness Service.
And we'd like to show it to you now.
This was announced by Mark Gurman from Bloomberg.
Workout, trainer, time, music.
We'll see how good this is or not. Competition from Peloton, Nike Fitness, plenty of other platforms. They don't want to let anyone have the cake.
Music.
Great. Workout. Trainer.
Thank you for sweating out with us.
Time. Music.
Okay.
Introducing Apple Fitness Plus.
Watch me use it all the time.
A new service for Apple Watch designed to inspire you to get fit and stay fit. The entire Fitness Plus experience is powered by the Apple Watch in some really cool ways. Let's take a look at how it works. Apple Watch owners love seeing all of their metrics right from their wrists during a workout. The watch's sensors make it possible to see your heart rate, calories burned, pace, and distance. And that data helps keep you motivated and on track, which is awesome. With Fitness Plus, you simply choose the workout you want to do from the catalog of videos on your iPhone, iPad, or Apple TV. And when you start the video, it automatically starts the correct workout in your Apple Watch workout app. And it sends those metrics in real time right to the screen you're viewing the workout. So you have all of your data on your wrist and on the screen in front of you. And your metrics come to life to keep you motivated. For example, when the trainer reminds you to check your heart rate, your numbers get larger, making it easy to see the details you need. When you're in the middle of a tough interval,
yeah,
you see
go,
a countdown
girl, go.
timer to motivate you to push through every last second. Your activity rings are also right on the screen, so you can see how your workout.
Here's the thing here, really quickly, while you guys are watching this. You know, Apple just wanted to dominate everything. They've seen the traction from Peloton and everyone's staying at home, and they've been working on this for a while, but really interesting more that they can integrate the data so closely with their app, and this is something that they just partnered with Peloton to do. I will definitely try this out, and maybe they can get me to 50 push-ups. Maybe, maybe not.
Distance, pace, even your current activity rings. Of course, there's a lot more to the experience. Fitness Plus is launching with the most popular workout types, so there is something for everyone. Yoga, cycling,
Peloton,
dance,
Peloton,
treadmill walk,
Peloton,
and treadmill run, strength,
Peloton,
core,
Peloton,
HIIT,
Peloton,
rowing,
not Peloton,
and even mindful cooldowns.
Peloton.
You can do the workouts with any brand of equipment, and many of the workouts require just a set of dumbbells or no equipment at all. Of course, you can do them wherever it's convenient for you. At home, the gym, outside, or even when you're traveling. We think the flexibility to do the workout you love, when you want and where you want, makes Fitness Plus the perfect workout companion. Each week, our incredible trainer team will deliver a wide variety of workouts from the Fitness
Joshua,
Plus
I see you,
studio
baby. Me
to
too.
help keep you engaged. That's fresh new workouts every week across a range of times and instructors. And of course, the trainers will have the best music to keep you motivated, whatever your musical tastes. From latest hits and hip hop to Latin grooves and top country. And if you're also
okay, so while you guys are using this, look, some people are going to use this. Not everyone is going to use this. But because Apple's audience is just so massive, it's going to look like a success when you compare it to all these other platforms. You know, people will try it. I don't think it's going to be their most popular feature. They'll tout something like 5 million people have taken an Apple Fitness class because there's just so many Apple devices out there, and I'm going to try it. But I would imagine it's not going to be – we have to look at the percentage of Apple Watch users that are actually doing it, not just like raw numbers. And we know the base is huge. But I like this. I still feel like they're just trying to take a slice of pie from everyone as much as they can because they're Apple, and I'd actually like to see maybe a better watch over this fitness class stuff. That's just me.
Intelligent suggestions will make it easy to find what you like and also encourage you to discover new trainers and new workouts to balance out your routine. And that's Fitness Plus. You get 10 different types of studio workouts, so there's something for everyone, incredible music built into each workout to keep you moving, and the world's best trainers. Whether you work out every single day, want to add a little more fitness to your life, or you just want to get started, we think Fitness Plus is going to take your workouts to the next level with convenience, expert coaching, and inspiration. And it's all powered by Apple Watch. As with all of Apple's products and services, we've designed Fitness Plus with privacy in mind. All your Fitness Plus workout recommendations are powered using on-device intelligence. And when using Fitness Plus, neither calories nor the workouts and trainers you choose will be stored along with your Apple ID. The price is $9.99 per month or just $79.99 for a whole year. And your family will also be able to enjoy Fitness Plus for no additional charge. Fitness Plus will be available in these countries at launch.
Hey, $79.99 for a family, that's huge.
Service will be available before the end of the year.
For people that want to work out,
and for those purchasing a new Apple Watch, you get Fitness Plus free for 3 months to help make 2021 your fittest and healthiest year ever.
Will it be
and now
part
I'd
of
like
the
to
Apple
hand it
One
over to
bundle,
Lori
y'all?
to share some more exciting news about our services.
Yep, here we go. Apple One bundle, baby. Apple One bundle.
Apple Fitness Plus joins our collection of world-class subscription services that enrich our customers' lives. These are services that so many of us and our families use every single day. And we want to make it easy for everyone to discover and enjoy them. So today, I'm excited to introduce Apple One. Apple One gives you and your family all the services you love in one simple plan.
I like this music, it's chill.
It starts with iCloud, the essential service that safely stores your personal photos, videos, and files, so you can access them from anywhere. Apple Music, where you can stream 70 million songs from all your favorite artists. Apple TV Plus, with Apple original series and films, which have been nominated for 18 Emmys in just the first year. Apple Arcade, with over 100 incredibly fun games you can play anytime, anywhere.
I'm vibing, yo.
Apple One also includes Apple News Plus, with leading newspapers and hundreds of magazines. And of course, Apple Fitness Plus, with its immersive studio workouts, powered by Apple Watch. Apple One makes it easy to get all these services and find the one plan that's right for you, starting with the individual plan, which offers the best of entertainment, including Apple Music, Apple TV Plus, Apple Arcade, plus 50 gigabytes of iCloud. The family plan lets you share all these services with up to 5 members of your family, plus 200 gigabytes of iCloud. And in countries where available, there's Premier, which adds Apple News Plus, Apple Fitness Plus, and a massive 2 terabytes of iCloud. It's everything for the entire family for one incredible price. Apple One will be available this fall, and it includes 30 days free, so you can try any of the services you don't already have. That's Apple One. Now back to Tim.
Okay, iCloud on every level. I'm down with that.
Now let's turn our attention to iPad. I love my iPad because it is such an incredibly versatile device. Powerful and easy to use, it enables all of us to do so many meaningful things every day. And now more than ever, iPad has become even more important, keeping us close to the ones we love when we can't be there in person, helping students learn remotely, helping people express and share their creativity, reshaping how the world communicates. And iPad is providing a critical lifeline for doctors, nurses, and patients. Its versatility is what makes iPad such an essential device. With the power of the App Store and over 1 million iPad apps, the iPad can do whatever you need it to do. We're inspired to see how iPad's impact has been felt across the world. This year marks the 10 years since we shipped our very first iPad. And in that time, it has become one of the most successful consumer electronics products ever. We've now sold over 500 million iPads to customers around the world. And more new customers are just discovering iPad for the very first time. In fact, more than half of our iPad customers are buying their very first iPad. That's just incredible. And users love their iPads. iPad has been ranked #1 in customer satisfaction for 10 straight years, every year since it launched. Our users are doing more than ever with iPad, so we continue to push iPad forward. This is a big year for iPad.
Let go.
Earlier this year, we made some great updates to the iPad Pro, including the A12Z chip, new Pro camera system, LiDAR scanner, and so much more. Today, we're updating the rest of our full-size iPad lineup, starting with our most popular iPad. And here's Ted to tell you more about it.
We're incredibly proud of the role that iPad is playing in the lives of so many people. Users love our iPad 7th generation because it delivers a beautiful 10.2-inch Retina display with support for Apple Pencil and the full-size Smart Keyboard, all in a thin, light, and affordable design. And our customers love all the things they can do with it, from taking notes as they learn something new to playing their favorite game. So this year, we're taking its beloved design and cranking up the performance with this. The new iPad 8th generation. It's more capable than ever, and it starts with the A12 Bionic. This chip is a powerhouse. It features a powerful CPU and super fast GPU, Compared to the already fast chip in last year's iPad, it has
nice.
a 40%
Nice.
faster CPU and delivers a massive 2x jump in graphics. This extra performance is great for everything from working with high-resolution content to immersive gaming experiences. And
Currently,
compared to the
entry-level iPad is
competition over the
$329.
last
Let's
year,
see what price it
it's
comes
not
in
even
at.
close. This new iPad with the A12 Bionic is up to 2x faster than the top-selling Windows laptop. It's up to 3x faster than the top-selling Android tablet. And it's up to a whopping 6x faster than the top-selling Chromebook.
And 6 times
iPad
as
leaves the
expensive.
competition in the dust.
Just kidding.
And
just kidding.
all that power is delivered in a thin and light design that's super portable with great cameras and all-day battery life. Now, our A-series chips are more than a CPU and GPU. They include powerful custom technologies like the Neural Engine for machine learning, which comes to our most popular iPad for the very first time. It's capable of processing up to 5 trillion operations per second, and it powers some magical experiences on iPad, like allowing you to instantly transform the color of your photos, or even analyze your tennis game and provide real-time stats like ball speed and body positioning. Altogether, the A12 Bionic takes performance to the next level and makes iPad more powerful than ever. Now let's talk about accessories. They expand the versatility of iPad. iPad 8th Gen works with the full-size smart keyboard and keyboards from Logitech, like the Combo Touch with trackpad and the rugged combo that's so important for schools.
Big deal right there.
And of course, this new iPad works with one of our most beloved accessories, Apple Pencil. With its incredible precision and low latency, plus features like pressure sensitivity and tilt, it's the gold standard for creativity and enables artists to bring their vision to life. And we've seen it become an essential tool to journal and take detailed notes. We're blown away by what we've seen people create with Apple Pencil on iPad. There's really nothing else like it. And taking the Apple Pencil experience to a whole new level is iPadOS 14, which adds powerful new pencil capabilities and other new features as well. Let's see it in action.
A lot of time here for the 8th Gen iPad, but this is going to be important,
iPadOS
especially if it priced
14
at $329.
makes iPad even more intuitive, fun, and productive because you can get your work done just about anywhere. Handwritten text is just as powerful as typed text. iPadOS even understands what you write, letting you take quick actions with just a tap. As you sketch, shape recognition helps you draw perfect circles, stars, and more. Smart Selection understands the difference between handwriting and drawings, making it easy to select only what you want and paste your handwritten notes as typed text into another app. New compact UIs mean you can stay focused on the task at hand. And we know, once you start using Apple Pencil, you're not going to want to put it away. So, we have Scribble, which lets you handwrite into any text field, even straight into numbers, or to add a final thought to that document you've been working on. The
Love
new
all this
iPad
Scribble,
and the
baby.
power of iPadOS 14 are
Incredible.
an amazing combination, making it possible to express your ideas however you want to, wherever you are. With iPadOS 14, the already amazing experience of Apple Pencil gets even better. These powerful handwriting and note-taking features join a host of other new features that continue to push what's possible on iPad. And it all runs beautifully on the new iPad 8th generation. With its 10.2-inch Retina display, huge performance boost from the A12 Bionic, keyboard and pencil support, great cameras, and so much more. And it starts at just $329.
$329 still. That's
and
a
it's
killer
just
price.
$299 for our education customers.
That's nice.
Nothing else delivers this level
That's
of
really
performance
nice.
and capability at such an affordable price.
Most people, that's all
Customers
they
can order iPad 8th generation today, and it will be available starting this Friday. Now back to Tim.
iPad 8th generation, with its huge boost in performance and the incredible features in iPad OS 14, will enable even more people to do more amazing things. And that's not all. As I told you, we're updating our entire full-size lineup. So that brings us to iPad Air. iPad Air was designed to deliver pro features at a very affordable price. And today, we are thrilled to introduce an all-new, completely redesigned iPad Air. And here it is.
Hey, baby. Hey, hey. You got me feeling punch drunk, crazy.
Just because they're showing a little promo video with the song here, I should probably take it off. So they spent a lot of time on the 8th gen. I think that's a killer price. Look at all these new colors for the new iPad Air. It's like almost like the iPad Nano retro kind of throwback, but it's going to have the iPad Pro design. The price for that 8th gen, though, I mean, that's all most people need. Here we go. We'll jump back in the air very shortly after this little nice song montage finishes up, because I don't want them to take down my stream, yo.
This is the new iPad Air. And to tell you all about it, I'd like to hand it over to Laura.
The new iPad Air starts with a gorgeous design. The all-new thin and light enclosure and narrow border design features a beautiful all-screen display. Each element of iPad Air is meticulously crafted, from the precisely machined top button to the sculpted detail around the camera. And the new iPad Air design comes in 5 gorgeous colors,
Seafoam green,
including a new rose gold, green, and sky blue finish. Our customers are going to love these colors. And this new design features a stunning liquid retina display. In the same footprint as the previous Air, the new iPad Air features a larger 10.9-inch liquid retina display with a resolution of 2360 by 1640. That's over 3.8 million pixels for extra crisp text and photos. And it has advanced display technologies like full lamination, wide color, true tone, and an anti-reflective coating that combined deliver an amazing visual experience. To give our customers this beautiful all-screen design meant finding a new home for one of the most popular features, Touch ID. So we designed a next-generation Touch ID and integrated it right into the top button. This provides convenient and secure authentication while allowing the display to extend on all sides. This is the smallest authentication sensor we have ever designed, and it delivers the same performance, ease of use, and security you know and trust from Touch ID. The technology under the button is really amazing. It uses a sapphire crystal lens and next-generation custom sensor that more efficiently captures the details of a fingerprint. And it uses a faster secure enclave to more quickly authenticate the fingerprint data. And using it is as simple as ever.
Love Touch
Just touch
ID.
the top button to unlock your iPad, log
y'all.
into apps, or use Apple Pay. It's fast, easy, and secure.
More reliable
Another
to me
reason
than Face
customers
ID.
love iPad Air is its performance. So we're debuting an incredibly powerful new chip, which is going to give the new Air a huge leap in performance.
What are they going to put
To
in
tell you more, here's
it?
Tim
They
Millett.
put an A14 in this thing? Oh my goodness.
I'm super excited to tell you about the powerful new chip we've built into the new iPad Air.
If they do, they're going to update
Our
the
latest
iPad Pro.
A-series processor, A14 Bionic.
Oh, they got to put that in the pros.
Our goal is to build chips with industry-leading performance.
That's what's going to be in the new
powerful
Macs.
custom technologies, and extremely efficient use of energy.
Or at least A14X.
To make every one of our products best in class.
Yo.
One way we do this is by aggressively adopting cutting-edge silicon process technology year after year. And now with A14, we'll be the first in the industry to use the breakthrough 5-nanometer process technology.
In the Air?
The incredibly small scale of this process challenges the laws of physics. In fact, we're talking about a scale so small
I'm loving this.
that the dimensions of these 5-nanometer transistors are measured in atoms. This means we were able to pack 11.8 billion transistors into A14. That's an increase of nearly 40% over our 7-nanometer chip. We use these additional transistors to deliver new features, increased power efficiency, and increased performance in nearly every aspect of the chip. A14 Bionic includes a big update to our CPU. our architecture runs more instructions in parallel, resulting in great performance at lower power. And it integrates large high-performance caches sized to meet the needs of the most demanding applications. For A14's powerful new 6-core design, this results in an enormous 40% increase in CPU performance compared to the previous iPad Air. A14 also features our newest GPU architecture, scaled to deliver the maximum sustainable performance at the lowest possible power. An approach that also allows us to deliver industry-leading peak performance when it's needed most. For A14, our new 4-core design delivers a 30% increase in graphics performance as well. Now, when you compare the new iPad Air with A14 to the best-selling laptop in its price range, a device nearly 3 times thicker and 4 times heavier, the new iPad Air has up to 2 times faster graphics performance in its incredibly thin and light design.
iPad Air is
So for
$499,
customers
so
using
let's see what the
iPad
price is
Air
going to be
for
here.
performance-intensive apps like editing 4K videos, creating works of art, or playing immersive games, the incredible performance of A14 can handle them all with ease. In addition to the blazing fast CPU and GPU, A14 is loaded with custom technologies that drive the unique iPad experience, like a much faster neural engine, which will make iPad Air more powerful for machine learning. By doubling the number of cores to build a 16-core architecture, the neural engine in A14 is capable of executing an amazing 11 trillion operations per second. This increases ML performance by up to 2 times over the previous generation. In addition, our CPU is further optimized with 2nd-generation machine learning accelerators, which come to iPad for the first time and accelerate the matrix multiplication frequently used in ML computations at up to 10 times faster than the previous Air. Now, the combination of the new neural engine, the CPU ML accelerators, and our high-performance GPU deliver breakthrough machine learning capabilities.
I like this guy as a
to
presenter.
elevate apps
He's legit.
built on Core ML
You can
to an
feel him.
entirely new level of performance.
Feel him.
So that's the new A14 Bionic.
Yes, sir.
It delivers big performance updates for the CPU and GPU, makes iPad Air much more powerful for machine learning, and also features the latest ISP for higher quality videos and photos, and even faster Secure Enclave for Touch ID. This is by far the most advanced chip we've ever made, and we're thrilled to bring it to the new iPad Air. Now back to you, Laura.
Oh, let go, let go.
Wow. The A14 is a huge leap forward in performance.
Bring 'em back.
And we've worked with a number of developers to see what they can do with the new iPad Air. So let's take a look.
I'm Kareem Morsi. I'm a developer of DJ Pro
Yeah,
AI.
DJ Pro, baby.
DJ Pro AI is an app that brings all the tools of a professional DJ to iPad. The A14 Bionic allows us to build intelligent features into the app. You touch the record and then you start scratching it. You can actually scratch in the air. It just blows our mind that this is possible now.
Hi, I'm Alexi from Pixonic, developer of the
Where's
game War
Infinity
Robots.
Blade, yo? Infinity Blade 10.
The A14 Bionic chip allows us to deliver console-level graphics on a device you can hold in your hands. It's quite amazing to have real-time 6 versus 6 multiplayer game running on iPad at 60 frames per second. For example, the textures are much more detailed. The shadows are dynamic.
Before, sucky.
And reflections
After,
are
way
more
better.
realistic. It looks amazing.
I'm Andreas, and we're from Pixelmator. Pixelmator Photo is a photo editing app for enhancing photos. So I think everyone's seen the movies where somebody would point at a screen and go, okay, zoom in on that. Now, enhance. And now we brought that to iPad. The Apple Neural Engine allows us to build functionality we never thought possible. The ML Super Resolution finds individual details, edges, colors, gradients, textures, and it combines it back in an image.
Now, we can build intelligent features into the
Okay,
app.
this track is
The
sick.
possibilities are
I need
just
this
endless
music.
with this.
Yo.
With the A14 chip,
I
the
want
new
that.
Air is going to bring incredible performance to customers looking to step up to a more powerful iPad. And there's more. Another great feature we're bringing to iPad Air is USB-C. USB-C increases data transfer speeds up to 5 gigabits per second. That's a 10-fold jump in performance over the previous Air. It provides a fast connection to a host of external devices, like cameras, drives, and external monitors up to 4K. The new Air also includes great cameras front and back. The front 7-megapixel FaceTime HD camera supports Smart HDR, improved 1080p video capture, and better low-light performance for really high-quality video calls. And on the back is the same 12-megapixel camera used in the iPad Pro, with focus pixels and a larger aperture to capture incredibly sharp photos and stunning 4K video, enhanced with improved video stabilization. So the photos and videos our customers take with the new Air are going to look better than ever. And to elevate the audio experience, we've redesigned the speaker system, providing stereo audio and landscape mode. Great for kicking back and enjoying your favorite movies and TV shows.
This iPad Air is badass.
The new Air also works with our amazing accessories, including Apple Pencil, which attaches magnetically to the side for pairing, charging, and storage, and the beautiful Magic Keyboard with floating design and built-in trackpad. So this is the new iPad Air, featuring a 10.9-inch Liquid Retina display, next-generation Touch ID, a huge boost in performance with A14 Bionic, USB-C, advanced cameras, Wi-Fi 6, and LTE that's 60% faster. This is by far the most powerful iPad Air ever. Let's check it out.
It is dope. All right, so I'm gonna kill the music just in case there's a song that takes my stream down. Hey, if this is what the iPad Air is gonna be, they've got to update the iPad Pros. Tim said they would, so maybe this will be the year that we see 2 iPad Pros in the same year. They did it. I believe they went from Generation 3 to Generation 4 back in, don't quote me, was it like 2013 or so? I think so, 2013, 2014. Anyways, this iPad Air, if it is $499, which is what it usually is, this is a pretty damn killer deal. We'll wait and see, but you know, I'm a Pro guy, so that iPad Air Pro that came out this past year, I didn't upgrade. Maybe this is finally worth it. We'll see. Super sick. The music's good too. Like, I like that. So
that's the new iPad Air, and we can't wait to get it into our customers' hands. It'll start at $599.
Yeah. I was going to be really surprised if it was $499. I would be really surprised if it was $499.
And finally, we're very proud that the new Air and 8th generation iPad have been carefully designed to have minimal impact on the environment and support our overall net zero carbon goal. Both iPads use 100% recycled aluminum enclosures, and all of the wood fiber in the packaging of both iPad models is recycled or comes from responsibly managed forests. Both iPads use 100% recycled tin solder in their main logic boards and are free of harmful substances. So while our work here is never finished, we're proud of the progress we've made with these new products. So today, we have our most advanced iPad lineup ever. It's really a huge year for iPad. An incredible new iPad Air delivering more Pro features to even more customers. An iPad 8th generation with massive jump in performance, together with the latest iPad Pro and the mighty iPad Mini. Combined with the advanced features in iPad OS 14, make these by far the most exciting iPads we've ever shipped.
The Air is faster than the Pro?
Now back to Tim.
Is the Air faster than the Pro? What am I gonna do?
What a great day of announcements. We will also be releasing major OS updates tomorrow, beginning with iOS 14, a huge release that transforms the core experience of iPhone with redesigned widgets right on the home screen, a new way to organize your apps with the app library, and a new and even faster way to experience apps the moment you need them with App Clips. iPadOS 14, which lets you do even more with Apple Pencil, provides huge improvements to iPad apps and takes the iPad experience even further. watchOS 7 provides a whole new way to discover and share watch faces, a new sleep app, automatic hand washing detection, and provides additional workouts and fitness metrics. And tvOS 14, which makes your big screen experience even better with improved picture-in-picture, audio sharing with AirPods, Apple Music lyrics, secure camera feeds from HomeKit, and multi-user gaming support. All of these new releases will be available tomorrow. And all of the products we announced today will ship with these OS updates. Thank you all for joining us. At Apple, our mission is to design products and services that empower and inspire you. And we're so excited to see what you'll do with all of the new innovations introduced today. Everyone take care, stay safe, and have a great day.
Okay, there we go. Let me turn this down for a minute. My goodness. Okay, so look, this is our time. I'm only gonna stick around for half an hour so I can actually put my video up. But we got a lot of things. Maybe you're pretty excited about stuff. I was super excited about the iPad Air 4 because I'm like, oh, we're gonna see iPad Pros, the new processor, but we didn't. That makes me sad. Okay. We got our call lines open. Some people have been waiting the entire time, so we're going to get to those. We'll talk about what they announced. I'd love to hear from you. Jump on the phone lines. What did you like the most? What were you let down by? And what do you see? We're going to just kind of pound through these phone lines right now. And let's start off with, looks like potentially a friend named Jesse, friend of the show. Welcome to the live stream, BTZ Live. We are post-show with the Apple event. Can you hear me, Jesse? Maybe. Maybe not. Should I check if my Skype is still working? My Skype is still working. Okay. I'm going to return this person to the queue. Hold on. Jesse, are you there? No? Okay, fine. Let's try one more time. Sorry, guys. Sometimes it takes a little time to get this back and rolling. Jesse from the 973. Thank you. Thank you for being patient. Welcome to the live stream. I turned down all these things and stuff, so it gets crazy and everything, but thanks for hanging out. Welcome to the show. You've been waiting patiently pretty much since the entire keynote. What do you want to talk about?
Yes, thank you. This is my first time. I've been watching you since Applebite, so I've been a long time fan. I've been a long time fan watching you because I'm a geek as well, so I know a lot what's going on. But my main question and my statement is that for the Apple Watch,
yes,
why they haven't put any new sensors for blood pressure monitoring? Because my mom, she has high blood pressure, and it might run in the family, so I might need that. So they don't have that. And my statement is that the Apple Watch is great, the new iPad Air is great, and since I think Apple already answered my question, but I'm not entirely sure. The VO2 sensor, does that detect the high blood pressure monitoring or no?
So there was no indication that they called that out. I could be wrong as well, but hopefully someone can either chime in the live chat and let us know. But the thing that sticks out to me is, look, to your point, the Galaxy Watch Series 3 has ECG, it has blood oxygen monitoring, and it has blood pressure monitoring. Apple did not mention that at all. I don't believe it is built in, but I could be wrong. We'll find out, but I don't think so. And so that might be a letdown for you. I thought that they spent a lot more time talking about services and really drawing out the whole Apple Watch section of the keynote more than they really had to. And so for me, I was kind of like, it was a little bit of a letdown for me. I would say that they didn't do anything that I'm going to still buy it and review it, and then I'll decide from there, which I always do. But there wasn't a feeling of urgency like, I got to get this Apple Watch. In fact, I'm more jealous about the iPad Air 4 because my iPad Pro would be looking at the iPad Air like that meme where the guy's looking at the girl's like, That's how I'm feeling right now. So,
Yeah.
you know, we'll find out. I appreciate you calling. Was there anything what did you think about the services? What do you think about the whole fitness thing? I'm really curious about how people are going to react to that because, you know, they're trying to take on Peloton and all these other people because everyone's sheltering at home. Would you actually use that, or you already got your fitness routine down, or, hey, I'm not even saying you have to work out?
I might use it. But it depends because like the deals look great.
Mm-hmm.
So I might use it. But that was the only thing that I was benefited off was the iPad Air, because the new Apple Watch, I'm not sure if the new sensor, the VO2 sensor, monitors blood pressure monitoring, because my mom has high blood pressure, and she wants the Apple Watch thinking that it'll monitor blood pressure level, but I'm not sure if that's valuable or anything like that. But that junk is easy to make. It's not like it's hard to implement.
Well, you know what? Here's the trick. Here's the trick, my man. They have a product roadmap that they decided about this 2-3 years ago, and they weren't going to change it, right? That's what it really comes down to. So, you know, they didn't plan for it. They didn't want to put it in. And I just think if you have a Series 4 and you didn't upgrade to a Series 5 because always on screen wasn't compelling, it might not be the most compelling for the Apple Watch. So, Jesse, was your name Jesse? Did I get that right? Did the call software get that right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, my man.
Yes.
I just want to say thanks for calling and thanks for following and watching. I appreciate it so much. I want to get through a bunch of calls because I'm going to wrap up by 11:30 so I can start building my video. But thanks, man. Really appreciate you calling in and hanging out this whole time. All right?
Definitely.
All right.
Have a great one.
You too. You too. Okay, let's get to the next call here. I don't have a name here, but it looks like someone from the 787 area code. Welcome to BTZ's live stream. I can hear that you can hear this. So what's up?
Hello?
Yes,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Wow, that's nice. First time doing this sort of thing. 787, it's Federico. Been watching you since Applebite also.
Woo!
So I love your stuff, man.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. That's super cool and super kind for that. You continue to follow. So what do you want to talk about today?
Well, actually, a lot. I mean, the Fitness Plus thing, it's, in my opinion, it's genius because with all this services from Peloton and all that, they want to stay competitive. And I mean, I really liked it. I mean, I work out and I will try it because I think it's there's a 30-day trial.
Yep, when you buy an Apple Watch.
Yes, that's the other thing I want to talk about. I haven't had. I'm in the Apple ecosystem, but I haven't bought an Apple Watch because I personally I think I won't need it. But I am thinking about purchasing it because right now with the Series 3 being cheaper, and I think with the Black Friday, if the Black Friday will be had with all this COVID stuff, I am thinking about purchasing a Series 3, and with this fitness service, I mean it's kind of compelling, and the Series 6 with the blood oxygen monitor, it's really, really, I mean, we're in the future, man, basically. Absolutely. And the iPad Air with the chamfered edges, that looks sexy as hell. I mean,
okay, here's the thing. Even though it looks sexy, though, are you going to buy it, though? That's because, look, I think that Apple can make great stuff, but would you actually put your dollars towards it? Do you know what I mean? Because that, to me, that really tells you how much people want it.
I have an iPad from, I have an iPad from 2015, and it's still working. But with the iPad, the Apple Pencil compatibility, for me, that's really, really awesome. Because you can take notes, you don't have to actually like type it in, that sort of stuff. But for me, the chamfered edges was the, I mean, I love that design from the iPhone 4.
Yeah.
And I'm glad Apple is getting to it again.
All right. Well, hey, thank
And,
you. You know what? I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I just want to make sure I get through as many people as I can.
It's okay.
To
It's
get
okay.
through, but
I'm glad I got to talk with you.
thank you for watching, hanging out. Greatly appreciated. And look, we're gonna be back here in a
Okay.
month or so for the iPhone event, so you could obviously call then too. So I appreciate it. All right.
Stay safe, man.
Cool. You too. Thank you very much. Okay, let's keep on cranking through these calls and get all of you that we can through here. It looks like, let's see if we get here. Is this Ruben from the 813? If the call software did it right.
Yes, sir.
What's up, sir?
Yes, sir. And
Big sir.
good afternoon. It's a pleasure. You kind of feed my addiction to Apple. I only had one question at first. Now I have two.
Okay.
My first question is, I own every iPad except the iPad 1. And I'm looking for different ways to use my iPad. So I'm wondering, is there a way to sidecar multiple iPads or sidecar and use an Apple television as a display at the same time? Because right now I can't do it. That's my first question.
Okay, first answer, not that I know of, meaning it hasn't been done yet. There are third-party programs that sometimes allow some of that, but not like you want multiple iPads kind of sidecarring, so you have more than a second screen. You want like a third screen or a fourth screen for like space,
Yeah, of
correct?
course. See,
yeah.
As it
They don't
stands
do that
right
yet.
now, I have a 2019 MacBook Pro. I have two monitors hooked to it, hardwire.
Yeah.
I have a third monitor hooked as with Apple television, but I can't sidecar with the Apple television on. I have to use either or.
Ruben, can I just call you like the screen machine? You're a beast, dude. You're a beast. Right now you can't do that,
Well, hey,
unfortunately.
I learned a lot watching you, bro.
Oh,
and,
man.
and secondly is I should have listened to you by not upgrading to the 2020 because I have the 11 in 2018.
Yeah, you didn't need
What
to
I'm
do
telling, I'm
that.
like you, but I'm pissed about the iPad Pro. I mean the iPad Air with the A14 processor. I saw where it has 2 less cores that they're using, but is that faster than my 2020 and my 2018 iPad Pros? I mean, it's like
Yes, it
mind-boggling.
is.
I'm not
Yes.
understanding.
The answer
they
is
did
yes,
say
it
it was
is.
40%. They say it was 40% faster than the iPad Air. So that's not. Seems like right at it. So I'm thinking, it's like that's a good deal for the $599.
It is a good deal. I mean, I was going to be blown away. If it was $499, I was going to be like, wow, that is a crazy deal. But it's still, to me, it's worth it at $599. It just makes me, how about this? I'm just jealous of what's inside there because I'm not an iPad Air guy. I want the largest screen possible because I read a lot of comics and magazines and content creation and all that. But that's a great product. So you know what, Ruben, my screen machine.
I know you're trying to get to a lot of people.
Yo.
I just got to say this. On the iPad Air, that's a bad Apple.
Hey, Ruben, tell me how you feel. Do it again.
Apple on the iPad Air, that's a bad Apple. I like the machine, but you're doing it too close to the iPad Pro 2020. You should have waited a little while.
Yeah. That's a bad Apple. I just give that one to you. All right. Hey, thanks so much for calling, buddy. Appreciate it. All right.
Well, thank you, man. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Let's keep on rolling through here. Looks like we've got, if the call software got this correct, do I have Emily from Central Florida? Are you there from the 352? Just waiting. Sometimes it takes time for people to catch their phone because they're listening to the show.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Oh, my goodness. Thank you so
Okay.
much for calling. Thank you for joining.
Sorry about that. Unmuting issues.
Hey, it's good.
I'm really impressed by the change in the Apple Watch as far as it being more of an autonomous product. I've been dying for that for probably about since Series 4 because there was no real reason hardware-wise why it wasn't possible to do. It was just they didn't want to. My grandfather, I would have bought him an SE now if he was still here. In time for that, but because basically if I could have gotten him that with an iPad, then he could have called me independently, but he just, it wasn't a cost issue even as much as, he physically couldn't use the phone because of eyesight and other issues. So that as those kinds of changes in flexibility for use case are really super important for people who have different sorts of needs as far as accessibility goes.
Yeah.
And Apple, say what you want about them, they have when they get their stuff together, they have a flexibility to do that basically other platforms can't match when they get the implementation down correctly.
Yeah.
And I know they wait to do that. They're not first to do very much. They want to get it right. But, you know, when they do, things like the whole, the family setup, whatever, that's going to make a difference for people, whether it's actually for kids or not. That makes a huge deal. And as somebody who is disabled and has been dealing with people for a lot of years who want to say, just put a Samsung tile tracker on your kid. And it's like,
yeah, come on.
No.
Come on now.
You're an asshole. Don't, that's ridiculous. Don't do that. Like, if you want to get them from a security standpoint and a safety standpoint, for various purposes, if you're really worried about security, you don't want something that somebody can just pull on and off. And you want to be able to track. If the whole point is for access, to be able to then integrate things like HomeKit and those kinds of things too, that really makes a difference. So I'm glad Apple was doing that for that. I'm not super happy with the way they're doing some other things as far as the App Store, not so much with the Epic thing, but with the way they did the whole Hey thing. And when they pulled it off the App Store sort of in the middle, they approved it and then were like, just kidding. That, I think, was a super bad Apple. You could argue about
Emily?
You could argue about...
I love how you got your bad apple in there. People are like, yo, I like this, but that's still a bad apple. You know, Emily, I want to touch on some points as I get through the calls. I think that whole family share, or I can't remember exactly what the term is called because there's so many things going on in my head. I'm running the show, but that family aspect on the Apple Watch is something that we have always wanted, and it's just not from parents to kids. It's multiple directions, right? We always had to have a single phone paired to a single Apple Watch. So they do that move, and then they come out with the SE that's $279, and they still sell a $199 Apple Watch Series 3. This is a no-brainer for people that have wanted or have been flirting with the idea of getting an Apple Watch for their family. I mean, look, I'm not saying money grows on trees, but $199 for an Apple Watch that integrates that way with your family, that's doable. And so I thought it was pretty amazing.
The real killer app, honestly, though, is for the SE because it still retains fall detection.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, the Series 3 is cheaper, but for a lot of people who are going to need this kind of thing, fall detection is your killer app, your killer hardware thing.
Yeah,
and even though there is a price difference, if you're going to go this route, the SE is really probably for most people the way you want to go.
I'm there with you too.
Because
I agree.
that's what people need it for.
Totally. So Emily, have you called in the show before?
Yes, I have. I was using a different phone number at the time.
Well,
but yes.
I don't know your phone number. I don't track that, but I could kind of. I'm like, I feel
no,
like
but
you've
I was
before.
popping a different area code. So I'm a little.
Hey, you know what? Thank you so much for calling and contributing. I love getting the ladies in here and representing. So thank you for that, adding texture and just great commentary. So please feel free to call back anytime. All right.
Yeah, I'm going to follow up with an email about some implementation and accessibility stuff, so please look out for that.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for what you do, Brian. Have a great day.
Appreciate it. All right, thanks, Emily. Okay, everybody, we're going to keep on going through some more calls here. It looks like Andrew from Florida, friend of the show, he's called before. Andrew, can you hear me?
Yes, I have. I can hear you loud and clear, Brian. How are you?
Doing good, my man. Let's just get to it. What did you like? What didn't you like?
So the whole iPad Air 4 thing, I know a lot of people are very excited about it, but it's that thing you've always said about Tim Cook using the old supply lines and just taking what was the 11-inch 2018 iPad Pro and just reselling it as this. You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of like very interesting how they're doing that and kind of fragmenting the whole iPad line again, in a way. That's I'll say that. And then I know you wanted the iCloud, you know, like in Apple One, you wanted the iCloud to be the first thing that they give, which they do, but like I kind of wish, like, you know, I have to go up to the family tier to get the 200 gigabytes, and I'm currently on that, you know, separate. So it's just interesting how they're doing that. But $20 a month, I don't know. That seems like a lot.
You know, that comes right. That's tricky because it comes down to if you are a person or a family member that needs the iCloud storage. So someone like my mom does, right? And then maybe that's just the kicker that gets you to push you over the edge. You know, I'm going to be honest with everyone, and I've kind of said this from day one. I am still that old school guy that transfers his files so that I have a hard copy. I know it sounds so stupid. I have a hard copy of my files on my computer as a backup, because should I trust the cloud? Maybe, but not completely. And so those tier plans, I do have to look at them a little more closely. I was more fascinated by the fact that, thank you for Apple, because all the reports were saying that iCloud was only going to be in the top tier. It is at every tier, so they made good on that for me. I was like, you can't be that dumb. And they weren't. But it's more like the fitness plan that's on the top tier, and I think, was it News Plus that was on the top tier, just because they kind of like got to throw it in.
Yeah, I literally have it pulled up right here. Like, I would love to, like, if they could just drop, like, I don't need arcades, just drop arcade from the family one, and I'll be golden with that. Or make like a fourth tier in between. Like, I really don't need arcade, and make it $15.95 or $14.95.
Yeah,
and I'll be good with that.
Let me just pull this up. Do you have any other comments about just what we saw at the keynote today? I mean, everything pretty much expected, or any surprises for you?
Well, no Apple Air tags. Maybe that's an October thing. I have no idea. Maybe it'll be iPhone 12 October. That's probably what it will be.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just bought a Series 6. I'm upgrading from a Series 4. Why not?
All right. Well, hey, Andrew, thanks so much for calling. As always, we'll see you in the next show, right?
Absolutely, Brian. Thank you so much.
Very cool. All right, let's go. Next call. Let me say hasta la vista to Andrew. Looks like potentially we have caller. Name is, come on, software. Let's go. Name is April, if the call software got you right, in the 313. Welcome to the live stream. Can you hear me?
Oh my God, no freaking way. Oh, my name is Abel, by the way.
Abel.
How's it going?
No freaking way,
Yes.
Abel. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, my God,
That's
Abel.
amazing.
Hey, thanks so much for calling and hanging out.
It's so good to be on the show. I've been listening to you since Apple Bite, of course.
Man, thank you so much for I'm so thankful. That's really cool, bro.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to it. What did you like? What did you want to talk about?
Oh man, just a whole lot of stuff that happened today, especially with the iPad Air. I am just loving that.
Are you in the market for an iPad Air though? Would that be something that you would purchase?
I mean, at the moment, not really, but I'm just looking at it. I'm kind of jealous because I got my iPad Pro 2 with the bezel still. So this one just looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah, there's a little envy there with just the design. I could see that. I could see that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm actually super excited for the Fitness Plus deal because I mean I can see that being pretty popular during the winter, and you know, obviously with COVID happening, the gyms might close down again, so that's a huge deal right there. So.
I'm kind of fascinated about the whole fitness thing because, like I said, and I said before, you know, to me sometimes I gotta admit it feels weird when it feels like Apple is getting into everything. Like, do they need to get into fitness? Could they put those resources towards other things? Yes, but they're such like this big behemoth. Their lifestyle, you know, they're more than just products, right? Their lifestyle, their services. Tim Cook said, we want to double our service revenue in like 2 or 3 years. They've already done that and hit that goal. This is going to kind of extend it. And what you see this in tech, you see this in services with what Apple does, right? They have the luxury of the ecosystem to kind of lay in the grass like a lion, not a Mac OS lion for all you nerds out there. But they can lay in the grass and kind of just see what other people are doing. And because they're this huge, you know, what's the right term? The 500-pound gorilla? Is it? I don't even know what it is. It's the big gorilla pounds, right? But they can just kind of push their way through. Like we've seen how online fitness classes are taking off. Peloton is dominating that space right now. They even did like the free thing, and they're like, "Oh, we've been sitting on this for a while. COVID started. Maybe we should really push this." And they have these things all in the background, and all of a sudden now they have fitness classes. I know there's a lot of people that are going to use it. They arguably will have. They already have a large instant install base to push these services through and make a whole lot of money from them. And, you know, Peloton is from the ground up. I'm fortunate enough to have a Peloton bike, and like, I love that. And then I see Apple, and every single class is intimately integrated with the Apple Watch. That means something. And so I'm definitely going to try it. And it doesn't mean I'm going to switch over, but I think the fitness thing is really fascinating. It's something they've talked about for a while. And now you're starting to see this whole like fitness health ecosystem really come into play. Blood oxygen, ECG, fitness app. You know, it's sometimes I'm like, damn, you guys really got to do everything. Like, let some other people have some of that. Like, come on, let other people.
And one more thing too. Yeah, absolutely. Like one more thing. I don't know if you noticed, but I was monitoring Peloton stock at that point, and it kind of dipped.
Seriously?
I think like 5 or 10 points.
Oh my. Yeah. See, that's the thing that I'm talking about, man. Apple, God, why you gotta be like that? All right, hey, you know what? Thanks so much for calling, Abel. Appreciate you chiming in and watching and supporting.
Thank
all right,
you so much.
All right, cool. Thanks, man.
Absolutely.
Okay, it's 11:27. I'm sorry to like 5 people in the lines. The lines are completely full all the time. Y'all are crazy. I only open up 10. I really appreciate everyone watching. The 4,000 strong. They're kind of here to talk about what happened at the keynote and to vent and release and also to celebrate. I would say for me personally, before I get to the next call, highlights, although I'm not on the market, the iPad Air, and really just how I love when they get geeky and when they explain the freaking technology. They were going into the A14 chip. And remember, the A14 is likely at least a, maybe a, what is it? Not a spinoff, but like an A14X is going to be the chip that is in the first Apple Silicon Mac. And to put that in an iPad Air and the power it has, and to make me jealous about that as someone who has an iPad Pro, that tells you how special that product is and where we can start seeing this whole thing move. Yeah, no AirTags, not a big deal. The fitness and the services is compelling to me just because Apple has this huge user base and people will pony up on that. Some people will be like, hey, if I pay $5 more, this covers what I already do and I get some iCloud storage space. That's really clever. And the Apple Watch SE with the kind of family ability to set them all up on one watch, whether it's for elderly family members, young family members, that's killer. That is scary. The Apple Watch, already the top-selling smartwatch, whether or not it's only on Apple's platform or not, is going to get a whole lot bigger this holiday season. It's going to go bonkers. All right, let's go into another call here. Make sure I get this name right. Could be wrong from the call software. Is this Kosh from the 901 or Kosh or none of them? Is it Josh?
Akash.
It's Akash? Akash?
Yeah.
Got you, bro.
Yes. Yeah.
Got to say your names right.
Yeah, hey, Brian.
What's up, man? Thanks for calling in. Do you have what you liked and what you didn't like?
Yeah, I mean, I really liked the watch, especially the Watch SE. I specifically liked the fact that they included the fall detection in it. They didn't leave that out. We've been thinking about getting a watch for my grandmother because she's had a couple of falls over the past few years, and nothing serious, but it's just nice to have that in case if me and or my mom is not there to help my grandmother if she's fallen. So it's just a good way to keep track and make sure that she's okay and that she can get any kind of help that she needs if we're not there. So I kind of like that they had that for available.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, at an affordable price.
That it's a killer feature. I mean, that fall detection feature, I mean, even as far back, was it the Series 4 that it started or the Series 3? I'm sorry if I can't remember every single detail, but
it's Series 4, I think.
Series 4, yeah. There were stories right out of the gates of how that's literally saved multiple people's lives. That is crazy to think that it's made that much of an impact, a feature like that on an Apple Watch. And so to your point, to put that on the SE at an affordable $279 price, I know it's not $199. It's killer feature right there. Killer feature right there.
Right.
So
right.
Anything that you didn't like? Anything that you didn't like before we let you go?
So I mean, I have to say this. I know that you like the Touch ID, and I know a lot of people like Touch ID, but I really think Touch ID needs to die.
Come on, man.
I really like Face.
Gosh.
I'm looking at a reliability standpoint. I've used Touch ID. I used to have an iPhone 6 for 4 years, and it used to work for a year or so, and then it just stopped working, and it just stopped reading my fingerprints, and it was just annoying. But I've had Face ID for 2 years, and it, sometimes it doesn't read once in a while, but it usually reads all the time, my face all the time. I just find that more reliable than Touch ID.
Akash, maybe you shouldn't be burning off your fingerprints because you like to get into dark, seedy activities. That's because Touch ID works for me every time. So I'm just putting it out there.
Okay.
I'm kidding with you, man.
Disagree.
Hey, no. I you know what? Look, there's people that love it. There's people that don't. It's been more reliable. I always find it fascinating how Face ID, though, can be unlocked by family members that honestly at times don't even look alike. And so it's always interesting, but I don't hate the technology. You know, it continues to get faster and better, and I think the iPhone 12 is probably where we'll see it make the next leap of basically being able to see your face when it's at a more off angle and unlock it faster. That's probably going to help the most with Face ID, and so we'll see what happens in October. But thanks for calling, buddy. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, friend.
Awesome. All right. Thank you. Okay, let's keep on going. 2 more calls, guys. I keep on like extending it, but you wait so patiently for this. It's like, how can I say no? There's times where I stayed like for like 2 hours, but I'm not going to do 2 hours because I got work to do. All right. Looks like, is this Chris Bernard from the 646? Did they actually get your name right?
Yeah, they got my name right.
Wow,
how's it going, Brian?
impressive.
Long time.
What's up, Chris? Hey, thanks for calling in, buddy.
Been listening to you on podcasts ever since the CNET days. But I have a question for you. So I watched the keynote in between working from home. Hopefully my boss is not listening.
Working from home.
But I have an iPad Air 2. I wanted to upgrade to a Pro, but I held off. I love everything.
Close this out because it might be live, but it's dead. Is it live? Okay, let's just test this out, everybody. I just need to make sure that I can finish it. I can finally kill it properly, so it doesn't just hang and be live the whole time. Let's see where we're at. I'm like, huh? Whoa, it does. Okay, at least I know that it can come back from the dead, and then I have to officially kill it. Bonus content. No, I really gotta get back to work. I'm sorry about that. Kind of disturbing, but my internet completely died for like 2 seconds and then came back. So, all right. Thank you again for all of you for supporting, and I can't say enough. Thank you. So the reason why I had to try and figure this back out is because I didn't want this to keep on just being live and then just hanging. I could have just walked away and disconnected, but we're good. At least I learned something freaky that I can pick up the live stream again until I officially end it. Hold on. You guys are on the phone. Dang it. I guess I'll take a couple calls just to be nice. Let's see if this works. Hey, Jim, are you there?
Yo, Brian, it's me again. First caller, last caller, maybe.
Okay, there's people, guys, watching. Stop calling. Literally, I cannot take any more calls. I'm just being nice and cool about this, and it's just leaving. I just want to make sure I ended this right.
Here's what's going on. You're froze at the last 3 seconds on my screen with the call-in number.
Oh, yeah. I felt bad for the caller because I was talking to him, and all of a sudden, I didn't even realize what happened, and my internet probably took a dive for just 5 seconds, but I've never had that happen, and I didn't know my software still basically treats it like an active connection, and I can just jump right back into it. Otherwise, I would have done that. But anyways, Jim, I'm going to take your call because
it happens.
It happens. You know, it's whatever. We're live streaming. This is cool. So what do you want to talk about, bro?
Okay, so one thing I'm really confused about. Well, here's a couple things. First off, Apple accidentally just released iOS 14 because I downloaded it and already put it on my phone.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it was a mistake. They already took it off. So there's half of people are reporting that they don't have it in the Apple Discord channels. So yeah, there's that. And then the other thing is, I went to look at the Apple SE Solo watch bands, and I should just say the Solo band.
Yeah, maybe.
They didn't cover any of this, but there's a sizing kit that you have to download, and then you print out a piece of paper, and you like wrap the paper around your arm, and then or your wrist, and then you cut it to the size that you think your watch band is going to be, and then it gets made to that size.
That takes a lot of effort, but okay.
Well, I can't buy anybody a gift with a Solo watch band.
Well, such is life. Hashtag first world problems, baby.
I know. It's just really weird, though, that they didn't say, like, oh, you could go online and download a sizing kit. Like, I thought it was going to be
just like
something kind of like have you ever heard of like a neck belt? It's where you have a belt and then you cut your size into it, and then that's your belt. Like, you personally make the cut. But I guess it's kind of interesting. So yeah, that was weird. And then no air tags. And a couple people inside of here work at Apple, and they said they took out a couple of the videos.
See, I remember I said this beforehand that because of how they do this thing, they have the ability to kind of insert things or take things out last minute because it's all pre-produced. They literally just kind of change the master track. So, you know, it makes sense for me, though, to see AirTags with iPhone, quite honestly, just to kind of show the partnership and symbiotic relationship of the U1 chip. So it'll be more exciting when it comes out with the phone. I mean, we all know it's coming anyways.
Yeah,
we already know
but
it's
yeah,
coming.
I was just, it was I don't know. I don't know what kind of event this was.
Good apple, bad apple,
I just
meh
feel
apple,
like,
meh apple. Meh.
I mean, it's a good apple for Apple, I guess, but like, I don't
always
know.
a good apple for
I've gotten so used to Apple. Well, I've gotten so used to Apple just like with these small product releases, like an iPad, like they just throw it on their website one day and you're like, oh, there's new iPads.
Yeah.
And they like made a whole event about it. And I
Yeah.
don't feel like they updated anything. Like, I mean, they got the Air, like that was a design change that is supposed to mimic the Pro. And it's really weird because the smart keyboard case, it fits the iPad Pro and the Air, so I don't know how that size difference works. Or is there supposed to be another case that comes out?
Well, I mean, wouldn't that? I mean, look, I'm juggling a bunch of things in my head right now while I'm talking to you. Would it just be like the 10.8 inch fits the 11 inch case, so it's kind of like versatile like that? It's like the tolerance is just enough.
Well, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting because you have that full keyboard and mouse that you're going to drop what $300 on.
Totally.
And it's supposed to fit a 10.5 inch, and it's supposed to fit the 11 inch. Like, so where's that like 0.5 inch gap?
Come on, it's Apple. It's magic, bro. It just works. It just works.
Yeah, true. All right, man. I won't keep you anything. I just wanted to call and let you know. But yeah, so there's going to be people who have the iOS 14. If you got lucky enough, you can check your settings and see if it got pushed to you. But
otherwise, you're gonna have to wait till tomorrow.
I got it.
You're gonna have to got him. Dang.
Well, it's cool. It's cool because now I can really hear you very clearly through my my AirPods Pro
with spatial
because it updated
audio.
the sound.
Does it really sound better?
Yeah.
Damn it.
It does sound better. It's like I'm putting like a new speakers in my ears. It's really weird.
It's cool. That's super exciting. That's cool. All right, Jim. I'm gonna. Even though I said I wouldn't take any more calls, I'm just going to get through these last 3 calls because people are like, y'all are crazy. I was like, aren't people leaving by now? Hey, what is it? It's Tuesday.
We love you too much, Brian.
No.
We love you too much.
We got stuff to do, y'all. Okay. Thanks, Jim. We'll talk to you soon. Call back next event.
Take it
okay?
easy, Brian.
All right. Later, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Bye.
Bye. Okay. I'm going to be nice. I really feel bad about Chris Bernard who called and the internet died mid-call. That's sad. Okay. Corbin, are you there, Corbin? Maybe I should take down my video graphic that says call in. That's what I should do. No more calling. All right, Corbin is not there. I'm going to go to the next person. It looks like Manny. Manny, are you there, Manny?
Yeah.
Is this Manny?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Dude, you
Yeah.
used to want to call back in when the stream came back up like that? Are you crazy like that?
Yeah, man. I know.
Okay, this is crazy. The stream went down to like 200, and all of a sudden there's 1,000 people watching now because it came back to life. Like, you guys got to go outside. Okay, we can't go outside, actually. Anyways, Manny, what's up, bro?
Yeah. What's up, man? I was wondering. I was excited. I thought the iPhone event was today, but it didn't. I was just like, what? I was depressed. But do you know anything about the iPhone?
I mean, we pretty much thought we would see it in October, quite honestly. So I know you might have wanted to see it, and there was a chance you might see it, but that chance didn't happen. So October event, it was rumored projected to be the week of October the 12th, based on what Jon Prosser says. So we will see if that happens. But if you're looking for the new iPhone and probably the new AirTags, October 12th week is at the moment the target. So just be patient. It's like what, a month away from now. I mean, we're used to just waiting on things now. I mean, we got our whole year's on hold, so October 12th it is.
Because of COVID, yeah, probably.
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks for calling, Manny.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, looks like if no one else calls, Corbin, who did not pick up their phone call, I really wanted to call back Chris, but oh my goodness. Okay, let's see here. Corbin, are you there, Corbin?
Yo, what's up, bro?
Do you see how I don't give up on you? Do you see that? I do not give up on you. Because you all don't give up on me. I do not give up on you. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, sorry, something was up with my phone a couple seconds ago.
Don't even worry about it. Did you see my stream completely went down? Something was up with my stream too.
Yeah, I had it connected to my my speaker, and I was just, bro, you are awesome.
Thank you, man.
Big fan of your work, and you know, longtime subscriber, and yeah, I watched your stream as soon as it came on, and I love how you did the Keynote audio with that. That was sick.
Oh, you mean just like kind of talking in and out? You were okay with that?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Okay, cool. You know, it's their keynotes are so tight now. It's actually hard to talk within it. So I kind of try and find moments to talk within it. But it's actually pretty hard now, right? Before, I like the keynotes better. That's the thing. But back in the day, they walk on stage. They do really boring ass demos. You can kind of commentate over it. Now it's like, okay, I'll just wait till they show the fancy video part. So, what did you want to talk about, Corbin?
Yeah.
Corbin,
that is really cool. I like the Series 6 with the blood oxygen. That is really cool how they do the infrared thing with that.
I'm totally listening to you, but also I need to order a Series 6 before I get delayed because it's not like they're giving me this stuff, so I gotta get a Series 6. Keep talking, Corbin.
Yeah, and the SE, yeah, that's pretty cool. I might pick one of those up. I have a Series 3. I have a Series 3 right now, so you know that'd be cool to pick up and you know, get that Series 4 design and everything.
It's nice.
But
I think it's real nice. If you're where you're at, I don't see why you wouldn't do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Was there anything you didn't like?
The battery. Well, the iPad Air, the chip. I think, personally, I didn't get an iPad Pro, but if I had, I would not have been impressed with that because the iPad I just paid for what, like $800 would be outsmarted by like a $599 Air. So, that was a little weird how they did that, but yeah, the iPad Air, the A14 Bionic. I personally would have done the iPhones before that to put them on the spot with, here's the latest chip, let's put it in the iPhone and present it, and then put the iPad Air. After that.
I can see that. All right, Corbin, yeah. I'm gonna go because I really should do my video. I need a brain relaxation and then get to my actual video that I'll post. So thanks for calling. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Cool. Okay, guys. All right, last call. I'm sorry. There's people that are waiting on the line. You guys are crazy. Y'all keep on calling, but Michael has waited for 8 minutes. I'm going to get to Michael. This is the last call. This is the last call of our stream that went away and then came back to life. Michael, welcome, buddy.
Hey, bro. How you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for hanging. I can't believe you called back. That's so cool.
Not a problem. Pleasure being on with you, man.
Thank you, man.
I had a question. You're familiar with the A12Z Bionic and iPad Pro, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I've been speculating if they're going to put the A13 or the A14 Bionic in the new iPad. I think you were actually shooting for the A13 as well, correct?
Yeah, I mean, based on their model numbers of their processor family, we were maybe expecting a 13, but they're making that jump to the 14, which is fine by me. And that seems to be where the development is pushed out. I love it now.
Yeah, man. I mean, better performance for the price. I have a question for you. Yes. I need your expertise if that's cool.
Hopefully I can be expertise enough for you.
I did. No, I'm pretty sure you do. I just actually purchased the iPad Pro 11-inch, literally last month. Love the performance. Metal scores like over 11,000. Anyway, my question is this. I just checked the specs of the A14 on the Apple site. It says it has a 6-core CPU. I think it was 4 high efficient, 2 high performance.
Okay.
Now, would you say that it's a more clocked down version of the A14 versus the one that we are gonna have in the iPhone 11? I'm sorry, the iPhone 12.
Well, the thing is, the iPad processor typically is a little boosted compared to the iPhone. And so here's the weird thing, though, because their processors are so darn fast, you know, that whole like A12 versus A12X or A14 versus A14X, my hunch is that, this is just speculation right now, my hunch, and at the end of the day, these processors are screaming fast. They're going to give you more power than you've ever needed. Even the A12 has never been used to its fullest. So, okay, let's say you want the most power. The A14 will most likely, the A14X will most likely be for the Mac platform, right? I'm guessing they're going to save the A14X specifically for the new Macs, and then A14 standard will be phone, iPads, or whatnot. But whether you get X or not, quite honestly, I'm just saying it right now, it's not going to really matter. I mean, the overhead that these have are going to last you, I'll say it right now, 3 to 5 years before you even really worry about it. I mean, these things can crunch. They showed the demo of the A14 or A12X crunching like 3 streams of uncompressed raw 4K video. You're never going to really find many tasks do that ever on a device, even if you're a video editor on an iPad. So whether it's the 14, the 14X, quite honestly, it doesn't really matter for me. It honestly doesn't.
Exactly. Well, like, let's see. Would you say right now? I mean, of course, we don't know. We don't have like any real life testing or anything like that. But the A14 that's in here, judging by what Apple's stating about GPUs, CPUs, etc., high performance cores, blah blah blah, would you say that the A12Z in the brand new 2020 iPad Pro is up to par with this new A14 that they're putting in the iPad Air, or would you think the iPad Air is faster than the current day iPad Pro now?
I can't, obviously I haven't seen the specs, but my hunch is going to be the A14 is faster than the 12Z.
Yeah.
You know, that typically big jumps. I kept on saying A14X, but I know like it's rumored to be called the A14Z. Whatever it is, Z or X, we get it. It's that next higher end tier of the A14. So I don't know. It's exciting times, man. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. I'm actually a professional musician. I do music on my stuff on my iPad, along with video editing. And yeah, you're right.
Beautiful.
It is an absolute beast.
Beautiful. All right. Well, hey, Michael, thanks for calling. Your last call for the day. I'm gonna wrap up and take a break and then get back to work.
No problem, man. I love you. I love your show, man. I really appreciate you having us on the show.
Thank you.
Love you,
man.
Monkey Bear, Jessica. You too, man.
All right. Appreciate it. Take care. All right.
Oh, shout out.
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
man.
Yes, sir. All right, everybody. I know we hung out. I think that you guys just wanted to hang out. We're gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much again for your support, for everything. It's time for me to take a break and then put together my reactions video and hopefully get it up by today. Some people are like, why don't you get your video up in time? Maybe because I did like a 4-hour live stream. You ever think about that? No. Okay. I'm talking to you through the camera like, yeah, we're friends. Okay. We're going to wrap this up. Thank you so much. Be safe, everybody out there. Crazy times. This is not political. Wear a mask if you can, but just be safe. I've been staying indoors pretty much like 99% of the time, and that's just the way it is, and we're lucky and fortunate to be able to do this. For those of you that are still working from home, we're all lucky and blessed to do it, so just kind of keep that in mind with just everything that is happening, and again, I'm really thankful to be able to do this, and we'll come back another month. This is going to be a crazy year for Apple gear. It's like we just like scratching the surface. So take care, everybody. Thanks again. We'll see you soon. Next, same bat time, same bat channel. See ya. And let's see if we can actually end this stream properly.